All right, peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum, shalom. Welcome, 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 family. Today, our topic is what has centuries of racism made out of Black people? When we stop and look about and think about the centuries that we've been under this racist system, you're dealing with structural racism, institutional racism, and fucking regular racism. They can have different types of effects. And so what we're going to do, first we're going to walk through each, and so our people can understand exactly what we're talking about, so they will understand, the terminology and stuff that's being used. So let's start off dealing with institutional racism. Sister Cassie, what's your understanding of institutional racism?
My understanding is pretty much everything. The banks, the schools, jobs, everything that America has anything to do with as far as Black people is for our demise, period. And I'm gonna break it down even more. For instance, we've our children are safe until age 5 when they go into their school systems, right? Which we know is connected to the prison system, right? Okay. Job wise, you working with them, you hang into yourself, you being by yourself, you get picked on, you're traumatized in their jobs. A bank, loans, you go there to get a bank loan, business loan. You can't even get a business loan for a food truck. Okay. Just every part of America has made Black folk into punks. We don't think for ourselves. We don't even try to be free. We hear all this. We hear all this stuff. I'm trying to keep it okay. We hear all this stuff as far as our schools, and and we know what it's attached to. But then we'll see where our children are being traumatized, being hung by other Black students. Where the hell did they learn that? Black students, my granddaughter don't know about hanging anybody. But if you hanging with them white folk, you learning it from them. Okay. So they'll look at you and say, oh, he was hung by his own. But where did he learn it? So every part is systematical racism. Every inch of America, everywhere we are, the food, let's talk about the food. I've gone to different countries. Their food is totally different. No salt, no sugar, totally different. When I come back, everything is salty. My taste bud has to get reacquainted with oversaturated of salt and sweets in our food. Okay. Why is it like that? Now you say we eat plastic. So every part of America where we are is systematical racism. The whole system. And I'll rest my mic.
Thank you, Sister Cassidy. Brother Isaiah, what's systematic racism to you?
Yeah, systemic racism, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to say everything that she said and a little more. It's the word I'm looking for. It's insidious. It's friendly in one way and a knife in your back the other way. It can be a go along, get along if you don't, disturb the waters or do anything contrary to what the system is saying and doing for the greater masses of people that it's supposed to control. And it's a deadly, vicious, circular system that doesn't rest 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365. And it reminds you of your Blackness. It reminds you of your place and this vicious society that we live in. Hold on for a second. I forgot to connect the computer. And so, with all of that being said, and what Sister Cassie said, we have to be cognizant of all of that and how to circumvent and short circuit the system to the point where we can really get into what we want to get into without being disturbed, or in a better way of saying that, to fly under radar. Because sometimes you just have to go along, not to get along, but the best way to express that is like in The Godfather, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, right? And so if you got white folks thinking that, you ain't raising up a fuss and you ain't doing this, that, and the other, but you have plans in the mix to throw this system off something like that, whatever it is, then more time than not, you're going to succeed, because now they don't know from which way that bullet is going to come. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I throw it back at you.
Okay. So I want to ask you, Brother Isaiah, you used two words to describe. You said, one, that it's friendly. Can you explain why it would be friendly?
Well, you got a lot of white folks that try to pat you on your back, but on the other hand, they got the knife. You know what I mean? They try to be friendly. They try to be in your corner. You know how they do. Who was it? It's the right. It's the left. It's the left. That tried to. Well, you deserve your reparation. You deserve this. You deserve. It's wrong for what, man. They don't give up for. They're just there to placate the situation and still keep the system in its favor or in their favor, so long as you are thinking that you got somebody in your corner. But at the end of the day, all we got is us, and that was prevalent with the want to be white Jews in the civil rights march. It was eloquently stated and talked about by Malcolm X with the Big Six. It's all a game to these motherfuckers. Man. You cannot trust them. But at the end of the day, evil always destroys itself in the end. Those who partake in it, always and always. And you can't stay on top trying to fix yourself by breaking somebody else. It just doesn't work. So the overall gist of that is really simple. You it was the video that I showed last night that really nailed it. Oh man, it's like damn, it's like you're trying to do everything right, and they fuck around and move the goddamn goalpost. You know what I mean? It just, you think you're making strides. That's another way of doing it. Let me make it this way.
Okay.
Instead of us marching and holding signs and saying I'm a man, and, you know what I mean? That was a waste of motherfucking time. To put it plainly, the 1865 Civil Rights Act, they can't get around that motherfucker. They try to tell you got your rights in the 1960s. You did not, motherfucker. You did not. And this is where the black gatekeepers come in. California, the motherfucking NAACP, they were about or are about to issue out a payment of $5 million apiece. You know what the NAACP did? They blocked that shit. Because there's just some of us who get more out of the troubles than the actual resolution of the problem.
How did
You
they
feel
block
me?
it?
Huh?
How did they block it?
Politically speaking, that is, and trying to say, well, we don't need reparation, and
But Gavin Newsom said that civil rights didn't do that. I mean, the NAACP, Gavin Newsom, the governor, did that because he told
right, but I'm saying
get,
in conjunction, yeah, right, but in conjunction with that, just like these groups of people, black senators and Congress people in the halls of California, they were like, no, no, no reparation, nah, nah, nah. It's the same shit. Whether it's on the micro scale of the state, the smaller micro scale of the city, or the country as a whole, you are finding and you will find more of us against us than anything else. Because if you have the people who were in California, they had the majority vote. I don't give a fuck about a Newsom vetoing it. He can do whatever the fuck we want to do, but it can be overwritten and passed into law. That's called what they call. I know on his part would be a veto. Then it's an overriding of that veto. I forget the name of it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he
So,
never allowed it to hit his desk, though.
Right.
He never allowed it.
Right. So, to wrap it up and put it back in your lap, brother Muhammad, is that we got to be careful, man, about who we are aligning ourselves with,
That's right.
white or black, and to put out of their misery in their whatever capacity that they're serving, whether it's an alderman, whether it's a state senator or state, whatever. Get them motherfucking cooning niggas out of there.
Right.
No. Because all they doing is collecting whatever breadcrumbs they can get off the table. And fuck, they don't even see the bigger picture. Fuck, we can get the table and the bread and the stove and the house and the car. You know what I mean? So, you gotta really, put the pedal to the metal and make your voice be heard and stop bullshitting. That's what my final thing is about that. So I throw it back at you.
Let me ask you a question. If that, are we ever going to be able to fix the, because we look like each other and we know that we use, they pay us to do what they do. Are we ever going to be able to do that if we don't fix home first?
Yeah, well, you got to fix home first before you can do anything else. But look, Marcus Garvey, there was a black FBI agent that did him in. Fast forward to 1960, there was a sister going all up against the civil rights movement and all of that. So these internal enemies, just like
they gave you a deal, though, right? They gave you a civil rights deal, but they still don't use it for you. So if they give you something until we clean house, we're still not gonna. It's so what? They give you a hate crime bill. What's it gonna do if they don't use it for you? That's what they do. So anything they're gonna give you that's gonna attach to black people, but you have to understand this is AIPAC and Harris's thing. We just understood the amount of money that she paid back folk to do what they did. That's that right there. Every last one that she gave money to, Cardi B, Megan, all of them, we should handle them. Roland Martin, Oprah Winfrey, all of their black asses should be handled and shut down because they are the ones that we cannot get ahead. And all of the Black Caucus, because every last one of them does not work for black people. They are working for immigrants. They're working for
they're working for the global elite.
Exactly. But my thing is, we have to shut it down. We know what AIPAC is doing. Even in, how they say we get them when they're young. We get them when they're in high school. We train them up. Okay, then we need to train ours up. This is black folk fault. What you see right now is your fault.
Hold on. Repeat what you just said. Repeat what you just said. Repeat what you just said. It's black folks' fault. And it ain't got shit to do with white folks. It ain't got shit to do with Arab people. Fuck all them motherfuckers. Because once we are united, baby, that's it. Politically united, economically united, spiritually united, and physically united.
That's key. We said everything in the mouthful right there.
And look what happened with Traore. France gave up 5 billion francs or some shit to assassinate the man. But thank God
What happened? They said no.
Right.
His soldiers said no, we're not going to do it. And my thing is, that's how you know when you got it together. They were offered money and they said, no, we're not going to do it, turned it in, and they worked with their government to shut that shit down. That's what should happen in America. But
and they arrested the people. They arrested the people.
They sure did. Absolutely. So
let me say this.
We have to do something.
Yeah. Well, there's two things that we can do, Brother Muhammad, Sister Cassie. The BB, the ballot, and the fucking bullet.
Well, I want to give y'all an update in case y'all didn't see it. The reparations bill in California, there was, 14 bills altogether. Out of the 14 bills, 18 bills got passed. Mm-hmm. So they did pass reparations in those 8 bills. And so we will go over them so you can see what was gotten, and then we'll come back. Great. And we'll come back.
When did they do that? Because the last that we heard, remember, them black folk kind of folded on that. Remember? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So let me blow this up. So here we go. Out of the 14 proposed by legislative Black Caucus at the beginning of the year, 8 made it to law at the end of September. The marquee law is the bipartisan apology. California joined several other states, including Florida, Virginia, and Alabama, which have also issued apologies. Other laws include requiring grocery stores and pharmacies to notify their communities of any plans to shutter or change ownership. This law is aimed at combating food deserts by protecting access to healthy foods through community-based grocery stores. Third one, updating the Civil Rights Act, making it a violation to discriminate on the basis of any traits associated with race, including hair texture and style. Next one, procedures to enforce laws that require implicit bias training for healthcare workers as a way of supporting better maternal health in marginalized communities. Next one, creating a designation for California Black serving institutions at state universities that indicate they will provide extra support for Black students who historically have been disproportionately lacked access to educational resources. Next, requiring a program that provides grants to students at career technical colleges to report race and gender data to the State Department of Education as a form of accountability. Next, making it more difficult for the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation to ban books available to incarcerated people by posting its list of banned books online and making public notification of any change to that list. Next, preventing counties from repurposing federal benefits owed to children in foster care systems and putting it toward the cost of their care. Now, those were the 8 bills that were passed.
Okay, that's not reparations.
Hold on, let me finish. I got one more to read.
Okay.
Now, they put this one before the whole voters of the state of California. California voters will decide a ballot measure in November that will eliminate involuntary servitude, which is still on the books in California, allowing its use for incarcerated people. So, as they say, when you're in jail, you're a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, when November election came, it was on the ballot and it did not pass. So you still can be a slave in the state of California if you're duly convicted of a
Why
crime.
would these devils change any of that? Why? Why would they go against themselves? They put shit on the books just so they can make you, so you can think that you finna get something. Mm-hmm. Every time they put something on the books, civil rights is on the books, right? They never use it for us. So what? Where is the check? That's all I care about. All that right there you read, I don't give a damn about none of that. Give me my check so I can get the hell out of America, because that's what I plan on doing with mine. I'm not going to spend a dime in America. Give me my check. I don't care about your program. I don't care about nothing else you got to do. I don't care about nothing you got to say. Give me my check, period. I can buy my own land. We can create our own schools. We can do better for ourselves than them. They're still trying to tell you what they're going to do for you. I don't need you to tell me. I'm a grown woman. I can think for myself. I know the needs of my family. I know what I need for my community to thrive. They don't know shit about my community. You can't tell me what you're going to do for me. You've done that, been there and done that. Get the hell out of here. Write my check so we can get the hell out and do for Black people, period. Mm-hmm. So all that you just read, that don't mean nothing. We got programs. What the program's doing for us now? That's on the books already. Not a damn thing. So now you're going to give us some more programs. That's not reparations. I don't even know why they call it that. Mm-mm. That's nothing. Mm-mm. Where's my money?
No money whatsoever.
Did you give that to the Jews?
No.
Indians? Did you give that to the Pacific Islanders? Did you give that to the immigrants that just got $9,000 a month? Bitch, give me my money. I don't care about none of that. You can give that to the immigrants. Take that check back. Give me my money. Give us, our taxpayers, money that you just gave immigrants. Give them all of that right there and see what they do with it. What is that going to do for us? What's attached to that? What money is attached to that? Don't give me nothing talking about that's reparations. That ain't shit. They don't know reparations.
Don't need them money.
You can tear that mess up and get a piece of paper. That's what I think about that, what they just did. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Period.
No, the state of California said it's going to cost them $12 million.
I don't give a damn how much, because guess what? You did that for the immigrants. You gave them $9,000 a month, right? Now you just sent $257 billion to Ukraine, right? I don't give a damn how much it costs you. I don't care. Give me my money. I don't care. You don't say that when you're giving the Jews the money every year, several times a year, for something that didn't even happen in America. Show me where the Holocaust happened here on this land for you to be giving them my taxpayer money. I'm just saying, you just gave immigrants what, $9,000 a month? Mm-hmm. You can talk that all they want to. Shut it all down. Give me what you gave the Jews. Mm-hmm. They get them billions of dollars every year. Every year, several times a year, right? Okay, so you want to put some stuff on some paper and let us be satisfied. You can miss me with all that. Mm-hmm. Give me my check. That's all I'm asking for. I want you to give me no land and go buy my own. Just give me my check and give me a plane ticket. That's you tell Black folk go back to Africa anyway, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, give me my plane ticket to anywhere I want to go, and give me my check, and you can have the rest.
Definitely.
Period.
And I want to show y'all this brother right here.
Think they doing something? Ain't that something? They think they doing something. Gonna call it reparation.
Now, this brother was vice chair of the committee. And there was so much fighting going on.
He fired.
Even within the committee. And there was a couple of fights, but this one was one of the main fights was, do you include every Black person into the reparations thing, or do you only include those who are ancestors was enslaved here in America? And that was a big fight. And of course, my position on it was that we have to use reparations for us who our ancestors were enslaved in America. This bill would affect them and only them.
Right, lineage-based, period.
It was a big fight because you were going up against Cobra, you were going up against a lot of other Black groups who wanted this reparations to include everybody.
No, so isn't that the same man that laughed at them when they got that's not the one. You know the one I was talking about that told when they was okay.
This brother is a good brother.
Okay, so he's the one. He's not. I thought he was that man that laughed. At when we was trying to get. Okay,
not him. This brother was very good. After I delivered my speech to them, to the board,
Isaiah.
After I delivered my speech to the Reparations Council, he came on after me, and he said, "Look, we done heard it all.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing else need to be said.
No,
we need to go ahead and make this vote and make this vote now." And we won that fight. But one thing that it showed me, Sister Cassie and Brother Isaiah, is that even those of our people who claim to be for us,
exactly, nope,
they're not for us. They have so many mental issues, so many mental issues that are affecting them, that they can't even think.
Why is it? See, even with this, why is it that we're talking about being free, right? You got to argue about that. What the hell is the argument?
Exactly.
Whoever's arguing against it, have a seat and let the B1s talk about it and go from there. All because they're gonna say, "Oh, we couldn't decide." Well, we can't never decide on nothing. Let's white folk tell you. We don't need them telling us nothing. We know. Get an attorney who is this is his. Okay, Doctor, what's his name? Anderson. Get him in there. Anderson, no. Let's talk to Dr. Claude Anderson. He already told us the plan, right? Why are we not doing it? He's been talking to us for years, and we still don't honor him. Man, about to die, still don't honor him. What is it that we need to do to get to where we need to be? We always about arrogant about everything. Lineage-based reparations, period. We ain't talking about no white folk who your daddy raped my mama, and now you in on it, bitch. No, sit down. You ain't spent one day in those fields, so no, you don't get nothing. I don't care if you don't look like me. I don't care if your daddy raped my grandmama and you came. We're talking about lineage-based people who had a Black mama and went through slavery. And we ain't talking about somebody that grew up and said, "Oh, my great-great-granddaddy was a slave and you white." Get out of here. Did you serve was you in the field? You understand what I'm saying? We got to stop with all of this lineage-based, period. We're not talking about Caribbeans. We're not talking about Africans. We are talking about born here in America. Now, then later on, when we get ours, Africa, you can get yours. Caribbean, you can get yours. But right now, we're talking about Black people who came on those ships, who served, who bled, died, was burned, beat, hung, toes cut off, Kunta Kinte, Kizzy, and whoever else. We're talking about real Black folk that came from across that water on the ship who got some lineage here. Period.
Exactly.
Now all that other stuff, they just arguing about it. They just argue because half of them didn't pay them to argue. You white folk didn't pay them to argue. That's what that is. Sit the NAACP down. Who was that man? Brown, who was Carmela's pastor. He was talking about, "Oh, we don't need no." Okay, we know you need to have a whole seat.
Exactly.
We already know where you at. The man that was waving at the panel, walking out the building. You can that whole what's that? The whole California caucus, Black caucus, can have a seat because you had an opportunity and did absolutely nothing. So let's get some B1 people like myself, Maurice, Isaiah. Let's go get our money.
let me say this. I truly appreciate, and I follow this guy by the name of Tariq Nasheed
Mm,
on YouTube, right? And so a lot of these tethers that are coming from Haiti or coming from Africa, they're trying to get in on
mm-mm.
the blackness. You know what I mean?
No,
Right.
they don't even
But
operate like that.
right. But what I like about Tariq, he's very concrete and straightforward. Only African Americans or black people with lineage and ties to the land, not just because you got dark skin, you get reparations.
And then the
That's not going to
Africans
work.
can get theirs later. Yeah, they can get theirs in the Caribbeans because they went through hell too. I do agree with that. Haiti, oh, Haiti definitely got to get something because they tore
Yeah,
that
but
land, America tore that land
right,
up.
right, but
So
that
all of us get something, but America, black folk, you
but
got to
not
get the lineage. You got to get ours
but
first.
but right, but not from America, from France.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can
No.
go and get theirs later, from the French,
Oh,
Dutch,
okay,
all
okay.
them white folk that had their hand over there, get them their reparations. Yeah. So it's not just going to be
So
America. Let's not forget the Arabs too. Let's not forget the
yeah,
Jews. The Jews,
yeah,
they financed this shit. The Arabs was the
right.
first ones. Okay,
Mm,
let's get all of them. The Portuguese, all of them. They got to pay
mm,
black folk for reparations. Okay, so it's
right.
not just America. You got a whole other group of folk that we need to go after. But we're gonna start with America. Then we coming after the Portuguese. Then we coming after all of them, the Jews, because they financed it. They financed the boat called Jesus. Come on now, let's get them. All of them.
Now, I think I sent you, Sister Catherine and Brother Marie, a list of names that are uh, um, that are part of the Freedmen Bureau list. That if you have those names, then you qualify for the reparation because that's tying you to all of that historical um, damage and or political and economic damage that took place. Because now you have a linkage to that period of the 1860s moving forward until the 1880s or whatever the case may be, or even before then. But we're talking about the Freedmen Bureau. So if your name is on that list, then you're definitely in on the lineage part. Not because you got dark skin, but that you are an American, that your family, mother, father, both go back to that period of time, and that your name, whatever it may be, and these are not slaves now. I hate that shit. But then again, whatever your name may be, Wilson or Johnson or you know what I mean, then you
These
are
crackers know who
anchoring
you
yourself
for.
to right. You're anchoring yourself to that historical lineage of African Americans or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to dig that up on you guys WhatsApp, and then I just throw it back at you.
These
All
crackers
right.
know exactly what's going on. They know exactly who
Oh
they.
yeah, you
So
know they
stop
know.
yes and give us our check. We're not good no more meetings. We're not doing all of this extra stuff. This is extra stuff.
Mhm. Definitely. I want to share what I told the speech that I made at the Reparations Council. I want to share that so we can hear it and come back and discuss it.
Brother Maurice, I just sent that to you and Sister Catherine.
Okay. Where is the volume on here? I don't know. I don't know. I got to find where the volume is because I can't hear anything. Um, oh, here's the volume over here. Okay, I got it. first initiative. And I want to salute the task force for taking up this challenge on reparations. Reparations is part of the challenge of our time. This justice claim is so important. You are not only speaking for the living, but you're also speaking for the dead. You're speaking for the dead ancestors of ours that were enslaved here in America who couldn't speak for themselves, who couldn't take justice for themselves. So you are their living vindication. And we beg of you, we plead with you to make sure that this claim is lineage based. Because as we see throughout America, they're trying to cover up the crimes of slavery. They want to cover it up and make it so it's not even taught. So you are the hopes of our people. You're carrying them with you. So we ask you to make sure you don't silence them. Keep it lineage based. Give justice a real shot. This is something that is the challenge of our time as we walk into history boldly declaring that our relatives shall never be forgotten. And as Fanta has said to Kunta Kinte, they've taken everything from us. We can't even be us. We ask you, keep it lineage based. Give us our justice.
I feel that in order for us to maintain the integrity of this august body, we should stick to the agenda and go ahead and demonstrate the courage to listen to what we've already heard from the people. We've heard an inclusive, universal sample. Now is the time for us to be on the right side of history and stand for what is right. So I would move that we would maintain the agenda and go ahead and deal with what we've set out to do.
Is more than the simple.
All right. So I'm going to back this up a little bit because I want us to look at something here. Let's see. Okay, now this one right here, oh shucks, come on. Now, as we get to the picture that I want to stop at one of the pictures I want to stop at. I can use this one as our first example. As you see, this brother is chained to the tree up front. This is a chain going around his back. And then they got him tied with his hands. I'm assuming this is another tree over here that these ropes are going to where his hands are. As you can see, no shirt on, so they quite sure beat the shit out of him and probably didn't live throughout this. Now,
Who would do that to somebody?
in their report on the Negro family, they said that our people went through some of the most unimaginable terror that any people could go through. Now, I know a lot of our people say that they can't hate nobody. I can. This brother, what did he do to deserve that kind of treatment?
Who treats people like that, Maurice? Who?
But demon.
What type of people are you dealing with that can do that? That's just a little bit that we see. What about when they pulling people's teeth out of their mouth to make George Washington's teeth, his dentures, right? And you know he used a real person to do that. You were talking about anesthetic, you just pulling folks, just doing crazy stuff. Who does? What kind of people are we dealing with? And then you want to marry these people? You want to You want to go to school with them? You want to be friends with them? What the hell is wrong with you? Is my question.
You're using the wrong words, Sister Cass. These are not people. These are animals.
These are demons. They're not animals. Nothing. Even animals don't do that to their own. Animals don't do that to their own. Still, those are demons. Period. Demons. Satan's seed, because God called them that. He said they're serpent people. Revelations, what, 3:9? Okay, 2:9. Those are serpent people. Those are not humans. So you're marrying, mixing and mingling, having sex with demons, seed. Just leave that picture up there so they can see it a while. Maybe they'll get their children away from these demons.
And to the brother, of course, was left. They didn't take him down after they did him like that. They left him for other blacks to come and see. Come and see what I've done. And the question is, when our people, our little children, and I can imagine that the grown folks trying to cover their eyes and tell them to go back another way. But what is it, the thought that is being seared in the minds of Black people? What are the thoughts that's seared in their mind that when they come across this, and how is it affecting children? What does this do to our children? Brother Isaiah, you have your son at times pop up on the screen. Very beautiful Black man, handsome Black man. You and your son walking down this trail and y'all come across this. How do you explain this to your son?
That's a difficult one. More than likely with somebody white, but I would try to shield him because it really depends on the age and the level of understanding that they got. And they already know these people are devils, you know what I mean? They're no good. That's for sure. I teach them that, just like I was taught, you know what I mean? But I would have to try to shield them. Well, they've seen it already, you know what I mean? But
Right. Brother Isaiah, you on mute. You put yourself on mute.
okay. I would have a very meaningful discussion with them, you know what I mean? And try to explain the best way possible, because I would have to deduce the credibility of whatever word that I choose to use, whether it be somebody white or, you know what I mean? But man, that would be a trip and a half, to walk, and then I would be shocked. But with kids that age, 5 and 7, they're not going to be able to understand that. They get home, 5 minutes later they forget about that shit. You know what I mean? And go and play the PlayStation or whatever the case may be. But they already know their history at the age that they are, and they don't know it as well as I do, obviously. But it's like what you call that bag, the serum bag. You know what I mean? You put your medicine in it, and you got the little tube coming down, and the medicine going into your arm. What they call that? The serum bag, right?
Your IV.
IV, okay, yeah. So they're on a constant IV bag of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding at a level that they can understand rapidly rather than trying to go into a long uh, thesis about something, because that's not going to get it. You know what I mean? I got to come down to their level and try to see it from their perspective and really try to explain it in that way. It's just like, I don't know if you remember, but it's just like every Saturday when I was a kid, we would watch Yes, I'm only a Bill, and I'm sitting, you know what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
I'm sitting here, right? It's at that level where you got to be able to explain it, because just well, the Congress passes the bill, and if the president, they're not going to understand that bullshit.
What words would you use, Brother Isaiah, to explain what
Oh,
y'all seeing? What would you use?
well, obviously, let me think about that for a minute.
Okay, let me help him out.
Yeah, please do.
Let me help him out. I'm tired of you playing with this. I'm tired of hearing you going around the damn circle. These damnable bastards. Let me tell you something. If you are teaching your child every day of their life how white folk are, how them demons are, this right here won't be a shock. Because you're teaching them every time. You teaching them. 6, 7, and 8. Right. They gotta learn it. Especially if you plan on staying in the midst of them. Now, if you separated from them, I ain't got to teach my child that. This right here, right. Listen, family.
Well,
hold on, Isaiah. Hold on. You had a minute. Hold on. Okay, yeah. That right there, you won't have to teach your child that if you separated from them, because it'll never happen again. You got your guards around your Cassie land. You got your security around. You see them stand across that line. You take care of that, because you're not coming over here with this. This is what we should be doing now. Separation is key, period. We keep pussyfooting around. We keep playing with this. We keep seeing our kids go through hell in their schools, and we still don't take them out. We have gotten so horrible as parents with our children. You see what they're doing, and every freaking day. You're not teaching them about these demons and devils, because people like myself, they'll say, "Oh, no, ain't bad." Bitch, shut up. I'm not talking to you then. Shut up. Shut the hell up. If you that dumb, you that stupid, I'm not talking to you. Go over there and have a seat. Because right now, I'm so sick and tired of what I'm seeing from Black people. Mm-hmm. They still sleep. No matter seeing this right here. Somebody say, well, it ain't all bad. Mm-hmm. Even looking at that right there.
That's right.
And you know that. They'll be, it's just a few. No, it's all of them. All of them. Because we know snakes are poisonous, but not all of them, right? But I'm not going to stick my hand in the jar to find out which one. So as far as I'm concerned, all of them. So we teach our children, just like God told us, never allow them to forget. Mm. Never allow them to forget. And we've allowed our children to forget. And yes, they're going to be 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 at seeing this when you mixed in with them. Mm-hmm. They're hanging on trees still now.
That's right.
And they trying to pussyfoot around, talking about, oh, they was found on. How the hell you find somebody on the tree? Who tied them to the tree?
That's right.
They tied themselves to the tree. You think we done? We wasn't. Come on now. Come on. But we don't do nothing about it. We don't say nothing. Nobody is held accountable. And we know the police doing this. We know that. Because the FBI told you. They've been infiltrated by the KKK. So when you think who you think it is, you handle your business. Enough is enough. At some point, you get tired and you start doing to them like they doing to you. Let's see some of them hung up. Let's see some of them look like this right here. Let's see a white boy right like that. What they gonna tell their kids? If that was them, they would be bombing and they would be rioting, and it would be so much blood, wouldn't it? If we was hanging them like that, they wouldn't dare sit here and do nothing. They wouldn't dare. But we gonna sit here and do nothing. Tell me why. You ain't seen enough of that? I have. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of seeing what the police officers doing our children. Mm-hmm. A man called 911, he gets shot down. What the hell? How you calling 911 anyway? You ought to know you can't call them. Stop calling them. Get you a candy bar and handle it yourself. Somebody in your house, take them out. Period. Why a woman got to tell you that, man? Because you let somebody come up in mine. I told her, you got the bottom, I got the top. Or you got the back out there at the front, whatever. Don't play with me.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
You come up in my house, I mean you mean me harm. Period. If I didn't say come in, you come in, so be it. So be it. And I'm not hesitating because you came up in my house. And I didn't tell you to come in.
That's right. That's right.
So you better make sure you knock. You better make sure I heard you, and you better make sure I said, "Come in." I rest.
How do you effectively or there may not even be a way, I don't know, but as a mother, how would you deal with the mind of your child when you're walking and you come across this? Because automatically fear is going to jump into the child's mind. So what would you do? What would you say to try to mitigate?
These are the people we're dealing with, baby. This is stuff. Can you imagine seeing this if you were 7 back in the day? And I'm sure they saw a lot of this. So you had to already get them ready. You're already teaching your babies about this. So when you do see it, now I got it. Now we're dealing with some trauma, right? Now we're dealing with some trauma. Okay. So what's going to happen from that trauma? Then when you see your child starting to act out from the trauma, now we got to take care of that. Now I got to talk to them. Okay, this is something we're going to see. But see, like I said, if we separate, we ain't gonna have that. But okay, I understand we living with them. Okay, but you have to deal with that trauma because you know you're gonna see that trauma coming out of them some kind of way. But as far as you as a parent, you're gonna keep your child as close to you as possible. I would never let my child. Back in the day, they wouldn't be going to the, like Emmett Till came down to the South. He wouldn't have been coming to the South. I don't give a damn. You're not going down there unless I'm coming with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna put you in that environment. I'm going to keep you out of that environment as much as possible. But if we do see it, now I got to deal with the traumas that's going to follow. We got to deal with that because it's going to happen. We got a lot of black kids right now dealing with them devils right now in our schools. They're traumatized in their schools because ignorant parents think that their child is getting a better education, hanging around demons and devils. Help me to understand that. I don't understand it to save my life. I'd rather put them in the hood where I can help them to understand, and let's clean the hood up together. Because we're going to have some Maurices out there. Okay, Maurice, let's handle the hood. Let's clean this thing up so that our children can have a good education amongst our own. Instead of me moving out and moving to the white folk neighborhood where I know it's already traumatized, why would I do that? Let's stick it amongst our own and let's free this thing up and let's fix the area. Let's fix it up. We know what the government is doing. We know how to fix this. But you're going to have to fix it by pulling your children away from them. We can't just sit here and keep allowing stuff to happen. Yes, this is going to get in our psyche. We done got some stuff. The police brutality all in our minds. We won't even fight for ourselves now. We sit there hoping and praying they don't see us. Can you see me, Maurice? Can you? Yes, I can see you. And yes, they coming. You understand what I'm saying? We sitting there hide with our head all in the sand. Oh my God, I hope they don't see me. Maybe, oh God, please make me a butterfly so I can fly far away. Remember that? On Ford. Okay. That's what we doing now. You ain't no butterfly. He ain't coming right now. So you got to take care of what you got to take care of. You got to handle your business. We got to deal with trauma. We need some, you know me, I'm a therapy person. I love me some therapy. Okay. Let's get some help for our babies, even now, dealing with them in their schools.
Now let me ask you, Sister Cassie, when you say get therapy, are you saying take them to the same damn people that produce?
Hell no, I'm not talking. They can't teach my child nothing. We have to get together in groups. We have to begin to teach our children. We have to begin to help them to heal from black folk. We need healing, but we got some people that's working on some healing now. I wouldn't dare go to a white nothing. They can't, what they gonna do for you? What can they tell you? They don't even know how to be black. What can they tell you? What can they tell a black man how to be a black man? How can they tell a black woman, a white woman, tell me how to be a woman? They can't tell me nothing. So no, I have never been to a white therapist. I don't believe in going to a white nothing. What are you going to tell us? I don't even want to go to a white church back in the day. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? So no, you can't tell me you don't have no revelation because everything's got to be looking like me. And you got to think like me. I don't even want to go to a therapist that I think is a coon.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be black first and talk like me and speak like me. Because I
Mm-hmm.
need some healing for my child now. And I need to make sure that we're not creating more coons. We got enough of them in the world.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, in this picture that we have currently, you see the white woman there with her hands on her hips, smiling, teeth showing, having a good time.
And she's traumatized.
To be
She's traumatized.
Now you're saying the white woman is traumatized.
You think that that's why their kids act the way they do today? You think that DNA, that traumatized, that she thought she was looking at something, she was excited. Yo, somebody got to pay for that. So a lot of their kids now is killing parents. They killing their own kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, that stuff DNA then passed down from generation to generation. She took in a lot of trauma just looking at that. You think that didn't? You think that didn't do something up here? How do you look at that and it not bother you? You got to pay for that. Whoever did that, rather being her daddy. How do you know her child didn't turn around and hang himself or kill himself or suicide himself? Mm-hmm. Or one of her great didn't kill the whole family because of that right there. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to pay for that. Somebody's lineage got to pay for that. So it might not have been her, but that was trauma. That's in her DNA. So now you look at her great grandson who's killing up the whole family. Where did it come from? Mm-hmm. Oh, Johnny was such a great kid. Okay, but Johnny's great grandmother was this woman here. So you're looking at Johnny, you go, well, what happened? Nobody can figure that out. He said, I visit the sins to the third and the fourth generation. Don't play with me. Mm-hmm. I visit the sins to the third and the fourth generation. That means somebody in that lineage is going to pay the third and the fourth till the third and the fourth generation. That DNA don't change. Johnny, Heather, whoever gonna suffer something for what their granddaddy did. Mm. Mm. So I'm looking at that and I see her. That's her daddy. Her daddy did that because she said he touched her. Mm. Mm. So now her grandson got to pay for that. Mm-hmm. Stuff start happening in your family. You don't even understand where it's coming from. You think they're getting off of that? They ain't getting off of that. I'm waiting on Darren Brown. The one that shot Michael Brown, his wife was pregnant at the time. I'm waiting to hear even now. Because somebody got to pay for that. Somebody got to pay for what you did to Darren Brown, Michael Brown, who had his hands up, right? Don't shoot, right? Remember? Yeah, somebody got to pay for that. Yep. So when you see the lineage start acting up, revert it back to Darren Brown. Darren, whatever his name was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Somebody got to pay for that. She ain't getting away with that.
Exactly. Why do you think, or let me ask you this way. Who is more dangerous, the white man or the white woman?
The white woman.
The white woman.
She owned more slaves back in the day. They had a law in Virginia, and if I'm going to try to pull it up, there's a law in the books that back in the day, the white women was murdering those babies that was their husband was having by them black women. They was killing those babies so much they had actually a law that if you murdered or killed a child while you were disciplining them, so-called disciplining them, then you weren't going to be brought up on charges. I'm gonna look that law up and send it to you because I looked it up. It was back, yeah, it's still on the books. But my thing is, they had the most slaves back in the day.
The white women.
The white women. They would pass them slaves down, like when they got married. Their fathers gave them slaves and gave their husbands slaves.
I thought they couldn't own property.
Who couldn't?
The white women.
The white women owned slaves back in the day. Their fathers it was passed down, but still the white women owned the slaves. It was more white women, they said, owned slaves back in the day, though.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. That's interesting. Very interesting. Brother Isaiah, what say you? Who is more dangerous, the white woman or the white man?
Well, you know what I got to say about that? Fuck all white folk. Yeah. Give no fuck about it. Both of them motherfuckers are serpents and demons and shit. And the white woman gave birth to these motherfuckers. So they're the same shit. Same hole, same everything. And they don't deserve no credit for shit. trying to make it look like they done stepped in and did something or try to do something. They're the ones who talking about it was a nigga. No, in goddamn way with one of their own men who was raping her and beating her half to death or whatever the case may be. It was a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, for me, I think that the white woman as well is more dangerous than the white man, because she can motivate them to kill. And she does it with precision. She does it with precision. And that's something that we have to be aware of. You know, I was watching, let me see, because I wanted to show this. Yeah, let me show this so we can talk about this one. Because all the trauma that we went through have an effect today. And if we don't understand why things are being done in a certain way, why our children are acting in a certain way, why things are moving in a certain way, there's an answer for everything. There's an answer for everything. The question is, are you courageous enough to figure out the answer and then implement the answer? See, a lot of people don't even want to deal with the question because they don't want to deal with tackling the answer. Because they know, well, shit, if I say this is gonna happen over this. See, because we have let things go that we should have never, ever let go. We've made things acceptable that should have never, ever even been a thought of being acceptable. So there's a lot of growing up or a lot of maturing that we have to do as a people. Because you can honestly, you can be that house nigga that says, what's wrong, boss? We sick? We sick? What's wrong, boss? Our house on fire? No. Their house on fire. They sick. We got to be able to make that delineation to separate. Because you got to understand that that's God's plan for you. Never did he want you to integrate with them.
Never.
You look at the integration that you've been through. How has it helped you? When I was in Jackson, Mississippi, I asked some older Black people who were in retirement age and who were middle-class Black folks. I asked them, do you think integration was the right thing for us to do? And every last one of them said no.
Nope.
It was the wrong thing for us to do. I asked the older white woman who was retired, do you think integration helped Black people?
Nope.
She says, in a way it did, but in a greater way, it hurt Black people. It hurt Black people because y'all had to get rid of what made y'all to accept what we are and how we are. So you had to cut that loose and attach yourself onto us. And when you did that, it hurt y'all.
Absolutely.
It hurt y'all.
Maurice, look up the Casual Killing Act of 1669. He said, it says the slave laws made to protect rich white women from punishment from killing mixed race children. This is an article I was reading. And the Casual Killing Act was written to protect rich white women from legal punishment. White women were killing the defenseless mixed race children of their husbands, and enslaved women. The women in Virginia were killing the mixed children in horrific ways. They were angry that their spouses were having plenty of children outside their marriage. And then they talked about they were boiling them. They skinned them, they tortured them, they beat them, and you want to marry these little beasts? You want to marry these damnable bastards?
Mm.
That was a act. That's a law. They say, you know how they say the law is gone, but still, come on. Once you have a law, people walk in that thing all the time. Aren't they doing that still today?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Are they punishing white folk for murdering black anybody?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. No, so here it is, the casual, and this is a summary of it. The Casual Killing Act of 1669, also known as an act about the casual killing of slaves, was a law enacted by the Virginia Colonial Assembly on October 20th, 1669. Exemption from felony charges. Masters who killed enslaved people who resisted were exempt from felony charges. Justification. The law was justified on the basis that obscenity of many enslaved people cannot be suppressed by other violent means. The runaway slaves, it was lawful to kill or wound a runaway slave who resisted if they were pursued by a warrant or a hue and cry. Compensation. If a runaway slave died from their wounds, the master or owner would receive compensation from the public. The law was based on the idea that a master could not be presumed to have premeditated malice against their own property. In the years that followed, Virginia continued to reduce legal protections for enslaved people. Is that, let me see if there's a little bit more.
I sent you what was in writing. I sent it to you, Maurice.
Okay, you put that into the our message?
Yeah, I just messaged you. Sent it to you.
Okay, let me go and jump on that.
Joy DeGury talks a lot about that. If you guys have heard about Joy DeGury, she talks about the PTSD.
Right.
You guys look her up, and she talked about a little bit about that also, about the law that they had. And that's why I think I heard it from her. She was talking about it on her one of her speeches.
Okay, here we go. Let me share screen.
We're doing all kind of things to them little mixed babies because they husband nasty. And the slave woman couldn't do anything about it.
Here we go. The slave law made to protect rich white women from punishment for killing mixed race children. And yes, this article will make white children feel bad. I don't think this should make them feel bad at all. There were no consensual relationships between enslaved people and their masters, no matter if you claimed that the people were involved were in love. The power imbalance was too significant. There is no way to tell if the relationship contained love or submission. One person owned the other as property, an asset they could do with as they wished. The Casual Killing Act of 1669 was written to protect rich white women from legal punishment. White women were killing the defenseless mixed race children of their husbands and enslaved women. The women in Virginia were killing the mixed race children in horrific ways. They were angry that their spouses were having plenty of children outside of their marriages. The small children were routinely boiled, skinned, tortured, and beaten to death. The problem was the authorities did not want to chastise the rich white women. Not that the children were being killed. After all, child slaves were property of their families to be done with as they wished. Wow. Wow. So even the cracker woman would boil and skin and torture babies.
Now, what kind of mess is that? Who are those people? Who are they? How were they created? Where they come from? There is no way you're going to tell me God created them bastards. You are not going to tell me that he created them. There's no way.
No.
There is no way.
No.
These are, and we have forgotten. We seem like we've forgotten. That's the sad part about it. And we will fight for them. When I see a black, I'm going to tell you, I was in the store this weekend. I was down at my daughter's. And, it was, I ain't going to tell you where it's at. But anyway, I was in the store. It was a Walmart. And I seen the line was open. You had everybody that was lined up on this one side of the store, like going to this one register. So I walk up, I'm like, well, y'all, so I went on up there and I, checking out my little stuff. And I had a woman say, ma'am. And I'm like, my granddaughter with me. And I'm like, I ignored her. I know who she was talking to, ma'am. So I kept doing. So she goes, ma'am. And I looked up to see a black woman. And she said, you just going to walk in front of all these people? I looked at her. I said, you need to mind your business. I said, what are you talking about? I did. I don't play because I know you trying to protect them. You got one. Because it was a number of white folk in line, right? So I'm looking, they were standing in line. So I'm thinking they was for the other side of the other side. Nope, the thing was open. All you had to do, I'm a leader, okay? I'm a leader by heart. I was born a leader. So I come up the thing and she mad because she wasn't smart enough to do it. So I looked at her and I said, okay, Ann, what's your point? I need to know what your point is. So I kept on doing what I was doing. You ain't talking to me. I am not going to sit up here and let you try to cower me down because you taking care of you trying to impress mass over here.
Right.
You got the wrong one. I kept doing what I was doing. I needed to show my granddaughter strength. You understand what I'm saying? I have to teach her how to be a leader. And she looked because she know how grandma is. Grandma, she just looked at me. She said, Grandma, that woman thought you would go. Stop doing what you were doing. Get back in line. I said, what happened? She said, she don't know. My granddaughter, she just like me, Lord, please forgive me. She just like a grandma. I swear she is. And I have to, okay, Zai, let me, I had to go begin to explain because I need her to understand that you got black folk that's going to try to fight for these crackers. That's how I talk to her. No, we're not going to, no. And when you see one, you shut them down. You need to mind your business. That's what I told her. And she looked at me, and then one white woman was across from me. She go jump on my side. I don't need you to jump on my side either. You know what I'm saying? But that one right there will take care of her. Because I'm going to show you and them that I'm going to handle my business with you. Because you ain't got no right to speak. You should have shut the hell up. Or you should have walked in line and taken out your stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So you go to the product. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, bitch, I got you. You got the right one. You had the right one. I always come ready. For your people, anybody that want to step to me, I'm going to say what I need to say. Because I'm tired of these crackers. I'm tired of black folk acting like you, they bookkeeper. The brothers keepers? You need to shut up because you should have been up here in the line behind me, dummy.
Right.
But you want to say, I'm going, no. The line was open. I took it. I stepped in there and I checked myself out. Have a great day and kept on moving. I'm not teaching. I'm not training my granddaughter to be no coward. Exactly. You are a leader by choice. I make you into a leader. I'm going to teach you how to lead. I go to Walmart. They want to see my receipt. I said, did you ask for the people receipt in front of me who's white? I will check you out. I said, when you go get their receipt, you can have mine. And I kept walking. And my granddaughter, she just be like, Grandma, you something else. I thought you how to walk in your authority.
Exactly.
Don't let nobody treat you different. If they ain't check their receipt, you ain't getting mine. And I kept walking. Now take it out of my hand if you want to. I'm not playing with these people. I'm sick of black folk cowering down. I'm not under your authority. That's you right. do to me what you gonna do to them. You ain't checked their receipt. Don't even ask me for mine. I don't even have no receipt in my hand. So you ain't getting no way.
Yeah.
We gotta stop being cowards around these people. When you see black folk trying to cower you down, you put them in their place. You don't owe them no explanation. I'm not her child. She shouldn't even said nothing to me. Mind your business is what I told her. You ain't got no business up in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your sister. I'm not your mama. I don't belong nothing to you. So why would you say anything to me? That's what I couldn't understand. But I got you because I do understand. So let me help you out. For the next time, you gonna mind your business.
That's right. I don't do those check receipts either. They don't even ask.
Exactly.
We
I don't even put no receipt in my hand because you're not asking me nothing who you're talking to.
Exactly.
And I was coming out the Walmart and the little thing right there, coming out, you're supposed to go. I'm not walking around. The man said, "Oh, you got to go out that way. The door's right here." And I open the little thing and I walk through and I'm going to my car. What you talking about? I'm walking around. What am I walking? Who are you to tell me to walk around? I don't follow your laws.
Exactly.
You don't tell me what to do. If I'm going to walk through the damn gate, I'm going to walk through the gate. What you going to do? Whatever. Get out of here trying to train somebody. I'm training you how not to talk to me when you see my face.
Exactly.
That's what you need to. That's what you need to learn.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and do roll call real quick. We want to welcome Brother Willie Rivers to the program. Peace and blessings, Brother Willie. Emerald Modesty, peace and blessings, and welcome to the program. We're glad you're here. Sister Valerie Johnson Filson, welcome to the program. Peace and blessings. We are glad that you are here. Earth Angel 1105 Remix, peace and blessings. We are glad you are here. All right. And so we're going to go into our first clip I want to show. We're dealing with three mentalities in this clip. And each one of these mentalities we're going to come back and talk about after the clip. But let's go ahead and check it out.
It's a bit sooner than y'all was expecting. Last time I seen you, you had your hands on my...
Django! You black son of a bitch!
The D is silent here, baby. Now, all you black folks, I suggest you get away from all these white folks. Not you, Stephen. You right where you belong. Cora, before you go, will you tell Miss Laura goodbye?
Do what now?
I said tell Miss Laura goodbye.
Bye, Miss Laura.
Y'all two run along now. Just a bit sooner than y'all was expecting.
All right, so let's dig into these three mindsets that we have here. Now, our big brother, Django, he's a black first mindset. And in his mindset, he's coming to settle the score. Sister Cassie, is there anything that Django did here that you would say he should not have done?
Right on, brother. All of it. Do it. Do it. It's time. It's been so time. I love that movie. Every now and then when I need that little pickup, I go watch it. Love that is one of my favorite. That part right there, that's my favorite movie. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I wouldn't have did nothing different. I'd have been right there with him. We have to start doing this.
Now he killed Miss Laura. Miss Laura ain't did nothing bad to nobody.
Yes, she did.
Okay, come on, bring it. Let's hear it. What'd she do?
Being born.
She didn't do nothing. That's what her problem was.
Being born.
That's the good white folks. Always trying to. They get them too. They get that bullet too.
Being born. That's all I can say. If you're not about that life, okay.
Look. I would look. It takes me back to when I was in the 5th grade. Like I was saying, you got all these motherfuckers. Well, I had all these motherfucking white folks trying to tell me. Well, we like white folks. I mean, we love black folks.
Yeah.
You one of them good ones, and not in that way, not in those words. But I know what the fuck they were talking about.
They don't.
You know what I mean?
You wanted the good ones.
Yeah, but look, No. It's not here. It was when I was in the 5th grade, right? So they were nice, you know what I mean? But that, my
Who's
parents
nice?
before, no,
Who's
the
nice?
white folks at the school were nice with me, you know what I mean? But my parents hooked. No. Listen, I ain't done yet. I ain't
I
done
don't see
yet.
nothing nice about them. Even when
No,
they
no, no.
smile, that's not
But
nice.
wait, baby,
Go
wait,
ahead. Because you be
wait.
using the wrong words, Isaiah. You tell me
No,
they
no,
nice.
no, no. I'm using the right word. I'm very cognizant of what I'm using. They were very nice to me. Now I'm not saying they were nice people,
Mhm.
but just like you got the liberal white and the conservative white, the liberal rights want to put their hand on your shoulder and talking about, well, we feel you, we understand. But when it comes down to the real deal, where's the money, where's the check? I didn't have nothing with that. You know what I mean? But I
Mhm.
remember very, very, very succinctly that my old man, he's like years before he died, but anyway, my old man told me, he said, Isaiah, for as long as I'll never forget, for as long as your ass is pointing to the ground and the sunshine, the creek don't rise, don't you ever in your life, and I'm telling you, because I'm your father, I love you, your mama love you, but don't you ever take sides or ever think that white folks are for you, they're dirty. And I took that to heart. So when I went to this private school in
Mhm.
Minnesota or whatever, my mind was set. You know what I mean? Every letter I got from my parents, it said Master Isaiah. That freaked them the fuck out. You know what I mean? Master? Yeah, bitch, I'm your motherfucking master. What the fuck are you talking about? I got my son right here. Where you at? Where you at? He listening. All right. So all the while they were being nice. I know these motherfuckers were the backstabbers. You know what I mean? Like the song Backstabber. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I was very astute. I was very aware. I don't know what age that is in the 5th grade. I think I'm like 11, 12, something. I don't know. But anyway, and I knew white folk because when they came to me talking about, why are you in a synagogue? You're not a Jew. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Mm. Mm.
And then but they was long before now.
Mm.
The real deal Holyfield of the information. This was long before the internet. Long before that. All the information that's available. Because if you're ignorant of the truth, you're ignorant because you want to be. But my parents understood, my parents taught me well all of the basics, all of the historical facts. And when I dealt with these motherfuckers, telling them you can't be a Jew because you're white, and even you're not white. So what the fuck are you talking about? My forefathers were all black. These Jews that you want to relish in and steal the history of, this is black history. So what the fuck are you talking about? And even American history is black history. So what the fuck are you
Isaiah.
talking about? Yeah. Go ahead. But wait a minute. I ain't done yet. Hold on, it's getting
Oh,
good.
you need to hold on. You be making these. Okay, I need you to stick to what he asked you. Which one of them
No,
right here?
I'm
Because
circling
you
back
talking
around,
about
baby.
white folks,
But,
they friends, and
no,
boy,
no, no. But
this
I'm
is
telling you the
your
point.
mind. When you say fuck white folks, either you go or not, and then
Baby,
you holler they nice. When?
wait. What I'm trying to tell you is the floor on which I was standing on that was given to me by my parents.
Okay,
So when I'm
now you
dealing
know
with
better,
these
right?
demons, yeah, but when I'm
Okay,
dealing with these demons, even now, I know from which they're gonna come. You know what I mean?
okay.
It's like the old saying, keep your friends close, but your enemy close. You gotta keep your eye on these motherfuckers. Because they will turn on you. We've
I'm not
seen
gonna
that
be close
over
enough
and
to him to
over and
keep my
over and
eye
over
on him
again.
because I don't give a damn about him. I need to be over
Yeah,
here in the
right. But
fire.
I'm just
Let me
saying,
be over there and do you over there, and let me do me over here. You come over here, then you're done. Period. I'm
right, but
not keeping
I
none
was
of
in
you
that.
close.
But listen, baby, I was in that
Close
white
enough to hurt me
environment.
now.
It wasn't but a handful of black folks there. You feel me? So it was a do or die, and I ain't dying. You feel me? So I took control of that 5th floor dormitory where I was the fucking king, and I knew myself to be the king, and I ran that bitch. You feel me? there were no if, there were no and. I wasn't gonna take no shit from no motherfucker. The only person that called me a nigga was Bill. Well, I forget his name, but anyway, he called me a nigga. He called me a nigga. Like
Isaiah.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to tell you. Hold on. Let me finish. Okay, let me finish. Because I'm getting you to the actual part that's most important. When he called me a nigga, I didn't waste no time by hitting him in his motherfucking eye.
Okay.
He didn't say anything else after that. He didn't do anything else after that. So what I'm trying to say is you got to check these motherfuckers. You just can't be going along to get along. like we did in the civil rights movement, talking about we shall overcome. Bitch, you done overcame already. What the fuck you mean you want to overcome? If you keep saying that same will, one day, that one day ain't gonna never come. Make that motherfucker today. Don't talk about will. Don't talk about maybe, could be, might be. Put it in the affirmative in your mind, because then you are manifesting the thing that you want. And what I manifested in that school is that I was the motherfucking king. I didn't give a fuck about what they thought, because what they thought wasn't about a motherfucking thing. You feel me? So when it comes to white folk, you got to deal with these motherfuckers on an up and up. You cannot be playing with these bitches. You gotta take that gun out, political gun, economic gun, spiritual gun, or whatever the physical one, and shoot them. You got to cut them down the side, because if you allow them to keep talking, that mindset, I'm white and I say so, is going to kick in, and they're going to assume that you're going to go along to get along. And I throw it back at you.
Mm. All right. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. Sister Cassie, you wanted to finish?
No, don't let her finish.
You're right. Go to the next movie, because I think they understand. Go ahead. We're gonna do the next little movie. Go ahead.
Okay.
Isaiah be doing too much over there. He'll say one thing and then he'll say something totally different. No, get out of here.
Okay, so
well, you know how white folks do. Oh no, let me say this. Remember the movie?
Go ahead.
No. Wait, this is another movie just like Django, but it was with the all Western action black film that starred with Elba. What's her name? Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Now that one, that one, you can see the fear in white folks' eyes. Fuck this bullshit. I mean, Django is cool, but I love that movie. What's the name of it? What was the name of it?
It's about the black cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the real shit. Because I'm about to say 007. The guy, the white guy with the mask on, and the Indian friend, Tonto, and you know what I'm saying. That was a black guy. That was that came off of that came off of damn, what that guy did. He was the sheriff, and he was serious as a heart attack about shooting white folks. He didn't give a fuck about nothing. You feel me? So ain't never been a time where we didn't shoot these motherfuckers and we didn't take them out. So that's what all of these fake ass movies are about. You know, slavery and about.
It's called How Did They Fall?
Now they didn't train the mind. You can't fight them. You can't do anything. That's the difference in society now. You fight at school, you go, you can't do anything to them without going to jail now. They want to teach and train you. We can do what we want to do.
That's not true. That's not true. Not as an aggregate, not as a whole. Because if you look at the book,
I'm talking about what's going on in America. I don't know what's going on in New York. I'm talking about here.
Let me make this point. The book or two books, I Shoot Back or We Shoot Back, and Niggas with a Gun. They were killing motherfuckers during the riots of the 1960s, and I think in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. They were beating the shit out of white folks.
They're not doing that. We're talking about now, today, 2024. They're not doing that now.
Like we can't shoot them because they got some magical spell on them. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Okay, you saying that, but now you talking about 1919. Okay, we're talking about 2024. Ain't no black folks shooting no white folk. Black folks, of course. And why? Because you're seeing at the school, they're teaching our children you can't fight back. You know, even though you report them, if we do something good, if we don't, you still can't do nothing. You have to just let them pop you in the nose, do whatever they want to you, and you better not fight us. You're gonna get suspended, whatever. Okay. But they're teaching our children. Look at where our children are right now. Our children won't fight. They'll say, I forgive in a minute. They've taught that to your child. This is why it's so important for us to be educating our own children. You got stuff going on. You got black little boys in the 4th grade hanging second graders. What the hell is going on in these schools? That's what the parents should be asking. And every day you see there is something going on with our children in their schools. We should be standing up for this. And we're not. We're sitting up there looking, you know, trying to wait for the white folk to tell us to get out their school. And then you got the reason why your president said, "Oh, we're gonna do something with DEI and black folk masks." I'm like, good. Good. Thank you. Now maybe that'll force black folk to get out of their schools, go educate your own, and you can talk about CPR, CTR, all you want. Plain and simple.
Well, CRT should be on the menu. CRT should be on the menu.
Exactly. But Trump said, no, we're going to take it off. We're going to take out all of it. We're going to get rid of black history books. No, you get rid of that American history. We're going to take our children over here and we're going to educate our own children. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. But I rest my mic.
I agree.
Definitely. All right. So let's pick back up.
And thank you for tongue lashing. Thank you for the tongue lashing. I got 30 licks.
My pleasure. Next time you need one, I give you another one. We're gonna watch this next movie. Go ahead. I got another one for you.
I love you.
I count 2 guns now. You said in 76 years on this plantation, you seen how.
Okay, before we get that, we said that we would kill Miss Laura. She even showed that she was the quote unquote nice cracker. Now the 2 slaves that he said to them, say goodbye to Miss Laura, and you say what? Bye, Miss Laura. And he told them, y'all black folks get out here and go. Is there anything else he should have told them since he just freed them?
Absolutely. He should have got rid of the coons, all of the coons. While he was doing that, he should have got rid of all them coons. Because you know there was some coons in that room that's getting ready to tell on him. But he should have said, I'm going to tell y'all something. You go ahead and tell on me, I'm coming after your families. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill your black baby. I'm going to kill your grandma and your mammy and your dad. You have to do stuff. This is how you shut stuff down. You have to help them to understand that this is the way we run in the new plantation. We're not doing it like the old way. That's what's wrong right now. We're allowing black folk to take money from white folk and not checking it behind. And then we know that they're not doing anything because they're paying them not to do anything for black people. But we don't say anything. Why? We should be handling our business with them. Vote them out. Do whatever you need to do. Jungle justice, whatever. But black folks should be afraid to come against black folk. When she said, bye, Miss Laura. Okay, she might have been the one that might have needed to go with Miss Laura. Because she would say, do what? Like, what you talking about? We finna do what to Miss Laura? I'd have said, honey, let me move so you can get her. I'd have said, go ahead and get her, but I'd have moved. Let me move, make sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to miss Miss Laura. But she sounded like she was kind of like, what you finna do to Miss Laura? And if she could have helped, she probably would have. But she's gonna be the one that's gonna tell later, I'm sure. Who did it? So that's what we have to stop in our community right now today. You run your mouth, you're gonna be next. Shut the hell up and mind your business. Period.
Definitely. I agree. Brother Isaiah, what say you?
No, I mean the same shit. You got to be serious, man. Because the more I look at it, and what happened in Chicago when Mayor Washington ran, all the previous mayors were white, and we came together.
Yeah.
And we put that man into office.
I remember him.
So it's all about unity. It's all about power, political power, economic power, spiritual power, and if necessary, physical power, and making that point very clear and loud. So can you hear me?
Yeah. We hear you. Go ahead. Uh-oh, he froze.
Yeah, he done froze that. Let's see if he gonna bounce back.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I was saying, just like we put held Washington in office, we got to come together. We got to come together because if you look at it, what? Oh shit! Here we go again. If you look at it, what did Hoover say? Is the biggest threat to America? Black unity. It wasn't the Ku Klux Klan. It wasn't the Arabs coming over. It was black unity. So the world knows this, and it's what they fear, and it's what Gaddafi was saying. That in time, and I ain't talking about no 50 years from now, black folks gonna be back on top.
Yeah.
And we're gonna run this motherfucker, and we're gonna run white folks that's left into the ground. And I'll throw it back in.
Ain't gonna be many of them. Tell you that much. Oh yeah, Marion Barry was a soldier too. That's right.
Mhm.
Yes, he was. That's why they had to do. And you find a lot of black folk. Like, let me tell you about one more guy. Who was that guy that was almost governor of Florida? And what's the black Gilliam? Remember?
Yeah.
Remember Gilliam? I know he had
that
some stuff
nigga.
going, but I know he had some stuff going on with him. But I'm gonna tell you what, you're not gonna tell me that Ron DeSantis didn't have something to do with what happened to him. You ain't gonna tell me that. I guarantee you, anytime black folk is getting ready to be in charge of something, here they come trying to ruin your name, trying to throw something at you. Cause you know them crackers got some stuff too. Okay, Gilliam ain't the only one doing the bussy stuff. Okay, them crackers doing it. Look at Biden. Show all them children he just slept with. He sitting up there smelling a little baby on stage, and then everybody turn their head act like they didn't see it. You should have put his stuff out there. You understand what I'm saying? We gonna have to learn to do to them what they do to us. If he had done a run on Ron DeSantis' background and some of the other components that he was running for, I guarantee you he'd have found some bussy in them too, and some drugs and some other stuff. Okay, we have to start doing to them like they do to us. But a lot of black leaders, you have to understand, when they really gonna do some changing, you're gonna see some stuff. If they could have found something on here in Washington, I guarantee you they would have, but he couldn't. And that's how they got Marion Barry, because that was his weakness. Women was his weakness, period.
Exactly.
But he was still doing for his people. Went to jail, came back out, and ran and got it. So that's how it didn't matter to black folk. Long as you was doing, that was when black folk loved black folk, and we didn't care. We knew how white folk was, and we gonna vote for you no matter what, because you was doing something for the community. Now I don't know how they got it switched up. Well, now you got black folk in office, won't even touch black folk, won't even talk about the police brutality, won't even talk about the Sonia Massey, won't even talk about what's going on with the qualified immunity, won't even talk about anything black. They talk about the black and brown. What the hell the brown got to do with the black? They don't talk about you, do they?
Nope.
I don't hear no Mexicans talk. Well, you know, we got to help the black and the brown. What? They don't never mention your black behind. But every time we mention somebody else, we got to talk about somebody else included with us. Why we can't just talk about us?
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna move on to the last part of this. That's why
you've seen all manner of shit done to niggas. But I noticed you didn't mention kneecap. 76 years, Stephen. How many you think you see come and go? Huh? 7,000? 8,000? 9,000? 9,999? Every single word that came out of Calvin Candy's mouth was nothing but bullshit. But he was right about one thing. I am that one in 10,000.
You motherfucker. Oh, sweet Jesus, let me kill this nigga. You ain't gonna get away with this, Django. They gonna catch your black ass. You gonna be on the wanted posters now, nigga. The bounty hunters gonna be looking for you. You can run, nigga, but they gonna find your ass. I count 6 shots, nigga.
All right, so that was the showdown. Black first against the house nigga. Now, question, since the house nigga went through slavery and, you know, he came out on the other side, is he responsible, or is what he is now is just more is showing you the effects of what slavery had. So then, honestly, he's just manifesting what slavery has done to him.
Right.
What say you, Sis Cassie?
I say he's manifesting what slavery has done to him. And even now, Black people are manifesting what the years of being traumatized that we've gone through in America. And I remember what back in the 60s when we were together and we loved each other, we had each other's back. And what manifested after then was us getting into their schools and they're educating our babies. And now, look, we can't stand each other. You got Black women and Black men hating each other. Where'd that come from? Who told you your nose was big? Okay. I'm never going to forget that because Malcolm told us that. Who told you your nose was big? Who told you your hair was nappy? Who told you? Who taught you how to hang a second grader in being fourth grader? Who taught you that? Where did that information come from? They try to say, oh, he was Black. Okay. But I guarantee you he was hanging around some white boys that probably did it to him. So that's why he did it to him.
Wait a minute. Are you saying the recent school thing was done by a Black boy?
He was Black.
Oh my God.
So what was the result? Where did he learn that from? Who taught him that? Who taught him that? He learned that from some white boys he was hanging out with. That's the repercussions of you coming together with people that don't like you. Look at your babies. Look at them. Where did he learn that from? From them cracker babies that he was hanging out with, them cracker doodle things. He didn't learn how to hang nobody. Where he learned that from? That's what I'm saying. So this is the repercussion of slavery, of them showing him every day how nothing he was, and how they put one little nigga in charge of all them Black folk, and he traumatized every last one of them. He should have been dead. He should have been dead. I'd have made it my business. I'm in the house, you in the house. I'm seeing what you about. I'm gonna make it my business. If I got to feed you some cornbread, that don't make no sense. These people, we ought to make it our business to deal with coons, to deal with Black folk that's no good to Black folk. Let them send them on their way. You go over there with the white folk. Let's see how long you last over there, Candace Owens. And we're gonna come over here and we're gonna build.
So, Sister Cassie, let me ask you now, because earlier you said we all need counseling. So you don't think counseling is going to heal them?
You can try it. You can try it. Oh, you can try it. I remember that movie. I can never remember that movie. I believe we can try it, but look how long it's going to take. Look how long it's going to take. Do we have time for that? Do we really have time? How much time we going to put a time limit? You can either 6 months. You're going to either get it together or you done. I'm just saying we ain't not going to do it indefinite. We could try. Okay, I'm willing to try. I'm gonna give you that much. But if I see that in 6 months you still thinking like them, your ass got to go. You're biting the dust. Because some of the wheat and the tears. Didn't God talk about the wheat and the tears? That's what he's talking about. The coons and the B1s. You're not gonna tell me that's not what he was talking about. He said you can't even tell them till they grow up. Now you can see the coons. Now you can tell the wheat from the tears, can't you? You can't tell when they're babies. But now when they get older, we can tell who's the Candace Owens. Is it wheat or the tear? We can tell now. But they got 6 months to get it together in Cassie land. But you ain't coming in the land first. You're going to be out there. We're going to try to do what we got to do out there. Then if you change your mind, then you can come. But one mistake and you're done. I mean, one, and we're going to watch you like a hawk. One mistake of you seeing out your mouth how great them crackers is, your ass is done. And I mean that. Ain't no backsliding. Ain't no, ain't no more rehab. You can fake and shake if you want to. Once we catch you in that one look, I love me some. You got one time to let it slip. And we're going to instantly take your head off right then and there. And I hope I'm standing next to you. I'm just saying, I'm tired of what I'm seeing. I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of it. It just makes no sense. I know they said me and Cassie, but I'm just like, I want Black folk to be just as hard as I am. I want this attitude to rub off on some Black folk. Can we please get there? Can we please get there? This is what's called B1. You are thinking constantly about your own. I don't think about no Candace Owens because I know it's going to take too long to get her together. I ain't got the time Because we got some growing, we got some building, we got some friends, we got some schools to build, we got some banks to build, we got some land to get, we got some houses to build. I ain't got time to tend to her. I'll let another group tend to them. If they're going to get it, they get it. They don't, they don't. And look, bite the dust if you need to. But they can't come over here with no nonsense.
Definitely. Now, well, I'm still tripping that was a black boy who did that hanging. Wow.
Yeah.
I
thought it was a white boy too until somebody. I was like, I was so disappointed. I didn't know what to go. So disappointed. I said, where did he learn that from? Where did he learn that from? We don't go around hanging folk. I guarantee you some white boys he was hanging with. They probably hung him. Or probably, said something about hanging him. Or they probably did hang him, but then they got him down. At least they didn't leave you up there, huh? He left the baby up there. He needs his ass told up. Do you hear? And his mama too. Because we know our children if they coons or not, don't we? Because I guarantee the mammy are coon. And the daddy are coon.
Yeah.
That coon seed needs to be exterminated. Because too many black folk got it. And we ain't got time we don't have time. We need a coon city and you need a B1 city. Seriously. Because when we find out they cooning over here in the B1 city, we can send them to the coon city. You going on over there because that's where you belong. Because we ain't gonna have that many of us left. Because we got a whole lot of coons. Unfortunately.
And we really need. I wanted to sit down and do a program. Who do we get rid of first, the coon or the enemy? And
you got to get rid of the coon. If you don't, I'm telling you, you get rid of that coon first. Because if you don't, then the coon gonna help the enemy. It's gonna be too many of them.
But do you think that the coon is a coon because of fear? Can that be the reason that they decide to go the coon route?
It's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both because they're feeding them. That's where they're getting their bread and butter. And you got some coons that's born coons. Okay, they ain't gonna go against no white folk, honey. They ain't not gonna go get. As long as the white folk paying them, they ain't. You got to watch them. I ain't got time to watch you. I need you done because I got some more enemies over here. But I got to take care of them coons first. And you better prove your point before I come to you. You better let me know, Cassie. It's really I can be changed. I need to know, but I need to know you can be changed. I don't need because I don't even think we can trust them. Even if they even if you rehab them, I don't think you can trust them. I would never want to trust a coon because I don't think you can. I'd be scared that they faking and shaking. So guess what? I got to get rid of you because I don't need you around me because I can't trust you. So whether it's fear or whether it's money hungry, you can't be trusted.
So coons can't be changed.
They can't. I don't think so.
They can't be changed. So
I mean, would you trust them if you could? Would you trust that? I can't trust you.
And I guess this would probably be my weakness because I believe that, some of them can be changed.
But who? Okay, a lot of snakes you can be trained too, right? You got a barrel full of poisonous one. How do you know which one can be changed and how do you know that which one can't? I don't have the time to figure it out.
It definitely is going to take time. It's not an overnight process.
We don't have time for that. We got to build over here. I ain't got time to sit up there and make sure and see, well, if you can build a team, go over there and check and see. I don't have time to do that. I mean, we don't have time. They either got to come clean and be who they're going to be, or you got to go. And hey, they just have to take one for the team. Sorry. We couldn't trust you. Ain't nobody tell you not to be who you were. You should have been B1 first. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to die because you can't be trusted. I can't take no chances.
Definitely.
So if it's fear, then you're a coward. That's a sin to be a coward, right?
True.
Okay, so you already. Let me help you out. Where you going? Just saying. What the hell we waiting for? I would never be in a room by myself with a coon. I would never even a rehab one. Hell no. Now we got my gun. We had to take him out. I'm sorry. I have me acting the fool over here. I'm done.
Lassie don't play, boy.
I'm so tired. How many times have we gotten messed up by trusting a coon? You know what I'm saying? Just like the backpacks, they was doing good. until they got that one dude. But that girl was trying to tell him he can't be trusted. They were, but they wouldn't listen. They wouldn't listen to the woman, would they? And all of them got dead because they wouldn't listen. I ain't got time to train. I ain't got time to. I don't have time. We had too much building to do. So if you always was on the coon roster, you can stay over there. I can't do it.
Earth Angel says, doesn't matter. I grew up with some children that you knew were evil. And, you know, but, you know, it seems to me, and I could be wrong, but there has to be a key to unlock their minds and have them to revert back to their natural selves.
Okay, but this is the key. This is what we're going to do. We're going to let you be in charge of the coons, okay? And we're going to let you take the time by yourself of be in charge of the coons, I'm just saying. And hopefully if you come out, you good in 6 months, then we'll know that you're right. But if you're not here any longer because you won't get a coon benefit of the doubt, then rest in peace. I'm not willing to take that chance. I'm not resting in peace. I got work to do. And a good man gonna be gone because he want to get a coons a second chance. You ain't got time for that, Maurice.
Yeah, definitely.
You ain't got time, bro. I'm sorry. May they rest in peace, but they got to go. You better come to me in my sleep. God himself got to come to me in my sleep. Say, Cassie, they good. No question now. I need to see it. I need to see that thing because he gave me the gift of discernment. I better discern something with him. Okay. But right now, I ain't got time. I can't. We got too much to do.
Right.
Too much work to do. We ain't got time to mess with you right now.
Right.
So you want to be in charge of the coons? I'm just saying.
All right. Now we all remember our sister we talked about who with the hot water, and she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Yeah. And they police terminated her life right then and there on the spot. Let's look at this video and just see how a similar situation is handled. And let's come back and talk about it.
Refusing to come out while holding a can of gasoline.
No. No. Dispatcher, are you in contact with a female?
At that point, the deputy was uncertain whether the woman was still inside the home. And by the way, if you're interested in true chilling stories, check out our new channel, Beneath the Badge, where we dive into the gripping and intense moments of first responders. See the link below.
Come on, man. Dude, seriously.
Away from me. Get the away right now. Yeah.
They should have blasted him right then and there.
Exactly.
Away from me.
Dude.
And all this old girl keep doing it.
See what I'm saying?
He got his taser out.
Dude, put it down.
Go away.
Put it down. Is my deputy inside?
Yeah, I think so. Then when you can't get in.
Wait, where is he?
That's mental illness, huh? They gonna call it, huh? Why didn't they just let him burn himself up right there?
But they tased him. They didn't even shoot him. They tased him.
Oh my God! No shots fired, nothing. They was never afraid for their life, huh? And fire is ablazing, and they went into the building. Okay.
Get your ass by your back. Get your
No gunshot, no nothing.
behind your back. I'm not around. Hey,
I'm dying. I can't.
what do you need, Tim? Tim, what do you need? What do you need?
They wasn't fearful of their life in
Give me
that.
your fucking hand.
I can't breathe. I took an inhaler. I'm gonna die.
Hold his hands. I got his hands.
I'm gonna die.
Let go of your fucking hand.
I'm not breathing.
All right, he's handcuffed. Get your ass up. Get your hands. Get up.
I can't get up. I gotta
Bring him in here. Okay, come in here.
get up.
Bring him in here. Close that door.
My legs
You gotta get him out. Not right now.
Due to Todd's lack of cooperation and the heavy smoke inside the home, deputies were forced to leave him behind.
Good. But they didn't fear for their life then, did they?
Tim, you good? Tim, you good?
Both of them should have been stuck in there, all three of them.
45 dispatch, he's handcuffed inside the residence. We had to evacuate. You good?
Yeah.
Here, 1 second. Hold on.
Dispatch, we need fire on 33.
I'd have let it burn.
Suspect
I wouldn't have
is still
said
down in
nothing.
the house. He's going to be in a bedroom. Get a fire extinguisher.
What else?
This is crazy. This makes me so mad.
The deputy then quickly retrieved breaching tools for the bedroom window where Todd was located.
Good.
They doing all they can for him, huh? Ain't that something? I ain't never seen this making me so mad. I can't believe this.
Go to the other residence.
Ain't this something? She set herself on fire. You think I'm gonna go back in there and risk my life? Hell to the no. Look at this. You done gone crazy. I let that thing burn.
Anybody got a ladder? You have a ladder? Yeah. He's handcuffed in the other room.
Maybe we burned to death.
Where's the fire at?
It was started here.
Let the cat in there. Maybe he's gonna get charged over.
I don't know. I don't know if that's him on the other side. What's that? You got another one? I'll just at least contain it if you want to hand me that. Okay. Do you want to help Tim on that side? I don't know what he's doing.
Ain't this something?
Yes, there's someone in there.
Ain't this something?
I
I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. They firemen too?
Where is he at?
He's in a
I
bedroom.
have never seen this in my life.
With us.
They better not shoot another black person ever again in life, because they need to start shooting back after this right here.
66 dispatch. If they have a rescue truck, whatever, I need them expedited 1033 here. I need a ladder and some breaching tools.
Can we get in through that door? Is that door?
I don't know. Maybe. Do you want to try? Yeah. I'll at least just contain this.
That's EMS. That's probably what I'm going to need later.
Is this the bedroom he's in, by chance?
No, he's in a further one on that side of the house.
No, I'm good that way. Smoke inhalation and everything.
Do you have anything? Thank you. Is that another one? Yeah. All right, thanks.
I know the neighbor glad he gone.
Anybody got a fire extinguisher?
Ma'am, go to the neighbor's house. Nope, go in the neighbor's house. Natalie, if fire is able to safely get through here, he's right in the bedroom right over here.
Is there more on fire?
This just keeps going up, but it's just smoky at this point, so we're doing fine on that. Are you good?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know what he put on that, probably gas, I would assume, but it keeps lighting up, whatever it is.
66 dispatch. I forgot to mention there's a taser deployment before this all kicked off. And that shit really kicked off.
Yeah, yep.
Could have been a gunshot.
You're right there, bud. Hey, I want you to lay on the ground. He'll get more air that way. He's still good.
He's still living?
Yeah.
Oh my God! He that devil couldn't even kill himself.
Any breathing apparatus or anything?
In my truck yet? No.
Okay. Do you have any breaching tools?
Yeah.
I need that wall made into a hole. Block off that entrance down there.
Fire extinguisher?
Yeah, if you got it. But yeah, go park by 44 down there. That window there. No, on the it up as much as possible, see if I can get that thing open.
Is it already vented or not? The window open?
Yeah. Everything that was cooking was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They keep flaming it down or putting the flames down.
You want taken out
this right here.
Take out as much as
That's crazy. Ain't that something?
Let's get that other window breached as well. Get some more
They
air.
doing everything they can to save that white life, ain't they?
Not feeling the best.
Exactly.
Who tried to kill them?
Doing good yet?
Exactly.
Sonia Massey didn't even try to kill them.
Yeah, he's handcuffed inside. He was resisting, and it was the flames were tall on the side and just smoking everything.
Man, you doing all right?
What the heck is burning?
I have no idea, but I've hit that with 3 or 4 fire extinguishers already. 4 of them.
I'm in contact with the suspect. He's 10-4 yet. We got most of the house ventilated, but still waiting on fire until they get here. Hey, firm, what's the name on that subject? Hey, Todd. Todd, look at me, buddy. We just couldn't take it anymore.
Look at me, buddy.
Smoking.
We just tried to kill him.
And you think it's time to go on? It's not.
But if he had been black,
Good because of the ventilation.
they'd have let him burn.
Ventilation's coming in this way.
Or shot him. They'd have shot him. They'd have shot him at the door.
Yeah, you guys got him handcuffed and then...
Yeah, Tim was in here fighting with him and tased him, and I rolled in and he got him on the ground. And the fire was just climbing up the wall. And if he was going to resist, I told Tim we got to get out of here because if we weren't going to hit it with fire extinguishers, this place was climbing quick.
I know. I'm trying to get you some help, buddy.
Oh, now he won't help.
If we want to try,
like a mega mover type thing?
something, yeah.
Shouldn't have been me.
No, he's on the ground, gasping for air yet.
So of course they saved him. He lived to tell about it.
Yeah.
But our sister couldn't live.
Sonia Massey is
Yeah.
deceased.
Yeah.
And
Now,
didn't even
here's
do
somebody
half of what he did. Didn't even do half of what he did.
No.
Didn't fight. Didn't, nothing. Just rebuked him.
Exactly.
And that demon shot her in her face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's living to tell about it.
Exactly.
And her family didn't do anything. Why are we allowing, and that should be a show, why are we allowing them to live?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Do they deserve to live after what they do to our children, our family members?
Mm-hmm.
The man, I wish you would put up the man about the 911, who in fact called 911.
Yeah, I do. I have that as a video to show. Let me go ahead and cue that up.
That hurt me so bad. You calling for help. You can't even call the police. I hope y'all stop calling them. They're not coming to do anything but sacrifice you. And that's what it is. It's a sacrificial. You are their sacrificial lamb for more power.
Definitely. And when I learned that they were at his house, that cop who shot him was at his house the day before.
Ain't that something?
To the man. So he knew who the homeowner was.
Of course he did.
He knew who he was.
But nobody will hold him accountable.
No.
But his family.
Mm-hmm. And when we look at the video, it's one thing, you're gonna shoot the man once, but you shot him in his head. Then you walked up on him and then you unloaded your clip.
Wow, ain't that something? Ain't that something? But you just had a man that had a whole fire and was trying to put you on fire, was trying to cause you your death, and you pulled your taser, not your gun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's like more and more and more of this.
Yes.
What is it? What is it making cowards out of our people?
Absolutely.
Just
seeing it when you play it and you show it, that's right there. It gets in your psyche, just like when they killed Michael Brown. How long they played it over and over and over and over for days. But then when they get got, they don't play nothing for days, do they? Just like 9/11, they wanted to play that days to make sure that you believe their truth and not your eyeballs. Because I didn't see no bomb I didn't see a bomb or a plane that went into the Pentagon. I didn't see it. I didn't see the wings. I seen a bomb. I know what I saw. But you had a lot of people that they convinced that it was a plane. And I'm like, well, where are the damn wings? Did chop the wings off? Because what I saw looked like a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all can tell, you can let them tell you what they want you to believe, but I'm gonna believe what my eyeballs told me.
Exactly. And we have to, this whole thing that they do is nothing more than a mirage. It's not real.
It's not.
But they want to sell it to you as if it is real. And we got to wake up and understand that the illusion is just that, it's an illusion.
Yeah, we have every right to protect our families and ourselves from when even the fake police come after you. You have every right to defend yourself and fight it in court. You have every right to defend yourself. And you shouldn't even have to go to court, because when they act injustice, when they act like thugs and gang members, which they are the gang members of America, you should be justified right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Everything just said those demons broadcasting TD Jakes' medical fall from grace. Those demons happy as hell. You should be too if he's messing with little boys. I'm sorry. If he's messing with little boys, his ass need to fall from grace. I'm tired of us taking up for nonsense. From what I understand, he's messing him and Diddy. They're in them Diddy pools. 38 pastors were at Diddy's house playing whatever games they was praying for him, I guess. Take 38 pastors, Cast out a demon.
And Denzel too.
Shut up. Denzel wasn't at no
Don't
damn.
you talk about my Denzel. Don't you dare.
Denzel too.
I ain't mad at Denzel in no way. But go ahead.
Hell, they had Robert Kraft at the damn party.
No.
When I saw Robert Kraft, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This cracker that was busted with prostitution, and all of a sudden they just dropped the charges. But you should see him up there hugging Diddy.
Diddy. Ooh, like,
boy, look at this. Look at this.
Guys.
See what the NFL do to that cracker and see what happens.
Breaking news. Denzel admitted that he is wait a minute. He is a functional crackhead and alcoholic for years.
Who?
How you a functional crackhead? How many crackheads you know is functional?
Denzel.
Where's your evidence, bro?
I ain't buying that. Them crackers. That's them crackers.
I'm telling you what he said, what's been
Where's
documented.
the proof he
Did
said
you hear it come out of Denzel?
I'm going to find it and send it to you, but I'm telling you, you know me by now. You know me by now. He was at that Diddy party getting diddied up.
No, I ain't hear about him being there. I need to see his name on the list. But
Look,
I know
he kissed the man full on his lips during the taping of Gladiator. He admits this.
No. You be making shit
I
up.
said that to you about that Gladiator thing. You didn't see it?
I saw that, and I saw what the director said about it too. So you blowing shit up, making
this is coming out. This is coming out of the mouth of Denzel.
Well, you show us.
How you going to
find the clip while we still live and show it to us?
I want to see the clip where he kissing him. I want to see the clip.
No, but what better proof you got than the words of Denzel?
Show it.
That wasn't Denzel's words. That was the dude, the actor.
No, that was coming from his own mouth.
Why would he feel that? Why? Why would he say that? Why? For what reason?
I don't know. I'm not Denzel. I didn't get diddied up the ass. What the fuck? But all these motherfuckers, all these people in Hollywood done got.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
So what you got next, Maurice?
All right. So this is body cam footage of the brother that was killed in his home.
Disturbing body cam video just released showing a deadly police shooting by Las Vegas police following a 911 call for help. In this video, you see police shoot and kill a man who they later learn is the man who owns the home and is the one who called 911 for help.
I'm on my scale 20 to 35, 10 medium build. red beanie, wearing a black sweatshirt and dark black pants.
43-year-old Brandon Durham told 911 that someone was breaking into his home and he was hiding in the bathroom. That police body cam video showing police arriving at his Henderson, Nevada home. And when officers arrived, they noticed damaged cars in the driveway and windows broken in the house.
Hey, they said they made entry. We got to go in there.
Yeah, we have to go. Hey, one we have a broken window and break up the street. Let's make entry. Hey, kick it! Metro police!
Officers move quickly down a long hallway, and turning a corner, the lead officer sees two people struggling in a bedroom doorway, both holding onto a knife.
Hey, drop the knife! Drop the knife!
The officer then opens fire on the person on the right, who turned out to be the homeowner who called 911 for help.
But he didn't do that. That white boy did it.
Falls to the floor of the bedroom. The officer shoots him 5 more times. The other person in the red beanie has been identified as 31-year-old Alexander Boudreau, now under arrest and facing numerous charges. Police recovering 2 large knives at the scene. The motive for the break-in not known. An internal affairs investigation into the officer's actions now underway.
That officer should die.
He sure should.
He should die. If they didn't do this to this white boy who literally started a fire.
Taxpayers fund our local police departments, and we expect.
Go ahead, say that again, Sister Cassie.
This is sickening on all levels. You had a whole man, a demon that was setting himself or his house on fire, and you didn't shoot him, didn't kill him. He wanted to die. Now you're going to show me a home person that called 911, and without any questions, you shoot him 5 times. You didn't even shoot that white dude 1 time. This right here, something needs to happen. I don't know what needs to happen, but something needs to happen from this right here. This is crazy. You're not shooting. You're not even going up against white boys. Kyle Rittenhouse, Jeffrey Dahmer. These are people that we know have done harm to people, right? And they live. Peyton, and who is the Dylan Roof, that lived after killing people. And then here you got a person that's calling 911. So what you telling us now? You need to be dismantled. If you can't be a police officer to everybody. Me, myself, I wouldn't call him for anything. I'm just saying.
No, that you
but
take.
He had a gun.
Washington. Wilford is commanding on-screen presence.
Now, I want to show this next video where they gave the description of the intruder. Let's watch this.
Okay.
Then one more video where it talks about the police was at the house the night prior.
Warn our viewers, some of this audio may be difficult to listen to, but I learned from the 2 calls that both Brandon Durham and his neighbor gave a description of the home invasion suspect, who was later identified as Alejandra Boudreau. Whether the description of the suspect was relayed to the officer is unknown, but we know from the body cam footage, Boudreau matches that description. Durham and his neighbor in separate 911 calls told the police dispatcher the suspect was heavyweight, wearing a red hoodie. You can hear the panic in Durham's voice as he speaks with the dispatcher.
He told him.
I already have a call set up. Just keep answering my questions, okay? They're inside your home?
I'm moving back home.
We have officers on the way. Just keep me on the line, okay?
I don't think we'll be alive by now.
The dispatcher keeps Durham on the phone, and about 8 minutes into the call, you can start to hear screaming and gunshots shortly after. It's revealed Durham was still on the line.
He didn't know his colors or what?
Shot by Metro officer Alexander Bookman. This week, Clark County District Attorney Steve Wilson announced it could take months to complete an investigation. Wilson
what kind of investigation are you doing that's going to take months?
Being conducted by Metro to see if any policies were violated,
hold on, Maurice, please,
whether any charges against officers will be filed. Currently, Boudreau.
So now you're going to let them investigate themselves. We need an investigating team to do the investigating for them. Obviously, they can't do it themselves. Then he said it was a guy in a red shirt, right? Red. You clearly see the guy with the red on, the hoodie, okay? Who looks like he's coming from outside. So why would you shoot the one in the white hoodie and leave the one in the red hoodie alive? That makes no sense. Unless you can't hear, nor do you care, and you just didn't give a damn.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that officer gets off. We need to be meeting him at his house.
Mm-hmm.
Jungle justice.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to start showing them that you come in and kill us, we coming in doing you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's all about justice. It's not about it's all about justice. We demand justice. What are we gonna have to do to get it? Start taking law into our own hands.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Because this is surely clear.
What you got to take a month, months to investigate what? What are you investigating? You already know what you're gonna do.
Exactly. Exactly. And we're gonna go look at this last video about the same incident.
Well, let me say this. I sent that video to your information.
Okay.
Local homeowner who called 911 to report a home invasion. The officer who ended up shooting and killing 43-year-old Brandon Durham also responded to the home about 24 hours earlier about the same suspect who broke in.
Okay, here's the timeline of what we know so far. This is late on November the 10th. Durham called 911 to report 31-year-old Alejandro Boudreau, a person that he knew, was trespassing at his home and wouldn't leave. Police responded and say Boudreau left on her own volition before 1 in the morning on November 11th. She returned to the house after midnight on November 12th, about 24 hours later. That's when Durham calls 911 for help, believing that Boudreau might try to kill him. During the police response, he was shot by the same officer who came to the house a day before. Body cam video showing Durham was struggling over a knife with Boudreau when he was shot and killed by that Metro officer.
News 3 also obtaining the mugshot for Boudreau, who has a criminal history in multiple states. And Kristen Drummond has been doing excellent reporting on this, bringing us more information. It gives us new insight into this case. She's here in the studio tonight with what she has uncovered now.
Well, Jim and Dana, these are Boudreau's, this is Boudreau's mugshot from one of at least 4 arrests in Florida between 2015 and 2017. She was taken into custody as well in Seattle in August of this year and accused of assault. We've also obtained records about that initial 911 trespass call the day before the police shooting. And we did share with you last night that audio from the 911 call. Now, the notes from that police response offer new insight into this case, since the officer who killed Durham was at his house the night before. News 3 obtaining records from Metro Police. It shows officers responded to 43-year-old Brandon Durham's home about 24 hours before the deadly police shooting.
Sounds like murder to me.
A person not leaving his house. The document lists the officers. That includes 26-year-old Alexander Bookman, the same person who shot and killed Durham the following night inside the house, as seen on body camera video.
Looks like a background check on that officer.
Over a knife with an intruder identified as 31-year-old Alejandro Boudreau.
And I think that the community at large should really be concerned.
Attorney Cannon Lambert, he represents the Durham family and questions, did Bookman interact with Durham the night before? That remains unclear from the document.
The only significance that goes to the question of whether or not that call was made 24 hours beforehand is the fact that the officers may have been put on notice as to who actually lived at the residence.
Are you going to be waiting inside the home for us?
Yeah, I'll be on the outside. I don't want to get in any tussle.
Durham notifying a 911 operator he would be in his car. He also wanted authorities to cite Boudreau for trespassing. Notes show she agreed to leave, packed up her things, and called an Uber to the airport. She returned, though, hours later after her ticket was canceled because someone called and said it was purchased with a stolen credit card, according to an arrest report. Surveillance video shows a person suspected to be Boudreau around the property, smashing windows for entering and prompting the police response that resulted in Durham's death. Records show Boudreau, who identifies as a transgender woman, has a criminal history dating back to 2015 in Florida, including domestic violence and trespass. Court documents from Seattle also reveal an arrest on August 12th this year.
So, okay.
A bartender.
We were in contact with the family every day.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
A difficult thing.
For Lambert, he seeks answers.
Do you think maybe he had perpetrated some transgenderism And not told somebody he was trans?
I think if you're having relations with a transgender person, then you're gay. You're homosexual. Right? He was a homosexual. He ain't tell nobody he was a homosexual, but he was a homosexual.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There was something going on. When you talking about that trans and it was something going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he trying to live in the closet.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that person was at his house the night before.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they were intimate together.
Uh-huh. Okay.
He's trying to be on the down low.
Yeah, and got caught up. Okay.
Exactly.
And the police knew that he was transgender and killed him maybe because he was transgender, maybe?
Well, no, because the transgender is still alive. That's the one who broke
okay. That was okay. Lord have mercy. This is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's and I don't want to give people the wrong idea that we're excusing the murder of the man because he was a homosexual. We're not doing that. He shouldn't be dead. He still should be alive.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that pretending to be straight when you know you're a homosexual, and you're trying to keep all that shit hush, hush, covered.
Yeah, you're getting in trouble.
Yeah.
You're bringing stuff on yourself now. You're playing on the devil's territory.
Exactly. And that's just the reality of it. There's no way. There's no such thing as equality in America.
Nope.
Equality in law. There's no equality in institutions. There's no equality anywhere. And so I believe for us to be looking to them to make us equal to them. I always say I can never be equal to a dog.
Yeah, exactly. Trash is trash. We're not trash, so we'll never be equal. Know what they talking about?
Exactly.
You say he on his own.
Earth I watched a very interesting debate, about a 3-hour debate the other day. It was 2 homosexual pastors versus 1 straight pastor.
I seen it.
You saw it too?
I've seen it, a little bit of it, but I wanted to watch it. I didn't watch it all. I'm gonna watch it though.
It's good to watch.
Yeah.
Because when I'm listening to both sides use the same book as their defense.
Yes.
And listening how the homosexuals put it, how they put their little twang on this and little twang on that.
You can't twang that because Leviticus tells you do not. So what part are you not reading? Let's stay in the book of Leviticus. They say who you supposed to sleep with and who you ain't supposed to sleep with. You can't go nowhere else to stay right there. Let's argue on that one right there. You can't go into no other books but Leviticus. That's the only book because it tells you right there.
Yeah.
So
well, they even said that Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't destroyed because it was homosexual. He said it wasn't destroyed because it was homosexual. It was destroyed because they were more violent. And it's like, well, if you read it, that's not what it says. Right. It says that they were destroyed because they was homosexuals.
Right.
Yeah.
You can read that book and put a point. You can put your points where you want it to go, but let's just stay in the book where it says, "Man shall not."
Exactly.
That's all we got to say. We can't go nowhere else but that little book right there.
Exactly.
So argue that. Oh, he didn't mean not when he said, "Man shall not." He didn't. What did he mean? What could he possibly mean when he said, "Man don't lie with man"?
Exactly. They use more of the New Testament and were saying that you know, Jesus never said anything about homosexuality.
Sure he did.
He
If they go
never
back to
said
Leviticus,
about
you
homosexuality.
cannot negate. And let me tell you something. When I read and I'm in Revelation always go back to the old. It goes back, it's entwined. You can't do one without the other because you have books in the New Testament that revert you back to the Old Testament. So it shows you that book is together. So you can't not say, well, this is not what he meant. This is what he said. Whether it's in the old or the new, it's still in the book. So you can, argue your point right into where you don't want to go, but you probably, you're there now. So what you gonna do?
Deceptive intelligence. That's all that is.
Exactly. Coming up with your own, trying to, deceive everybody.
Exactly.
Just like you have a pastor in Winston, this man and man married. Got a whole church, bishop and bishop. Okay. He's the first husband, the first man.
Wow.
Sorry. He's the first man. Yep. Got him a first man. I'm sorry, y'all. Who gonna sit up in that mess? Would you sit up in that mess? Even if I thought he was gay, I'd be like, I'm out. Y'all can have this. I'm not under this mess. That's a delusion, a spirit of delusion flying through that church for you to sit up there and got a whole husband and you talking and you look at pastor. The hell are you talking about? Look at first man. What? That don't even sound right. The hell? That don't even sound right. First man. First husband. First what? How does that sound? What are we talking about here? And I'm gonna sit up under that mess. They going to hell too. Y'all going?
Exactly.
No, everybody going. You sitting in that garbage. Now you got a spirit of confusion going around the church. Because you have to understand the head is what's going to trickle down to the tail.
Exactly.
So if you got dysfunctional at the top, what do you think all of this is about? You got a spirit of delusion going on somewhere. So you got people saying it's okay. No, it's not. But you're delusional because you're sitting up under that mess. So it is okay for you now because that spirit of transformation has happened. You're not walking in that.
That's right.
When you see wrong, you're supposed to get up out of there. Either you correct it and get up out of there. Period.
Exactly.
You got time for this mess.
Exactly. Like Earth Angel said, my mama said when somebody's doing wrong, I'm to move over just in case lightning strikes.
I'm getting out the way.
Exactly.
Just like he said, tell who to buy. Who did they go tell? Tell who buy, Polly buy. Tell him I'd have moved out the way.
Exactly.
Have a good one. I'm out.
Bye, Miss Laura.
Oh, okay. Bye, Miss Laura. While I'm out getting out of Miss Laura's way, because I want to make sure I don't get none of them bullets. None of them parts. I'm flying.
When you were talking about the way you display yourself and your grandbaby was right there with you, it reminded me of the point in Django where he said to them, y'all want to see something? And he started whooping that cracker with that whip.
I loved it, bro. I loved it. I loved that part too. I love that part. Boy, he told that ass, and them black folks looking like, what in the world? It was like, what is going on here? Are we free? Yeah, you free. Come on, get some of this.
Exactly.
Take the whip and let me go over here and take care of some more business.
Exactly.
Man, you niggas was looking like, what is going on? I would have loved to see that, boy. I tell you, I'd have went back just for that one. He was tearing his behind.
Breaking news, you guys.
Oh Lord, what?
Breaking news. TDJ just had a stroke while he was preaching.
Had a stroke. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Had a stroke. When you seen the picture, he looked weird when he was sitting up there talking. No, he did. When you seen the video, it showed the video. He was sitting up there saying like that, and he was sitting on a stool then. But he looked so like he was out of it, and then he started shaking. And I'm like, why? Nobody was running up there. Nobody was saying anything. And then his men came around. I think his wife is gone, right? I think he's not there anymore, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think
did he take the vaccine or what? I mean, I'm sorry.
He probably did.
He
probably did. A lot of them church folk did. Don't tell me to use your common sense. I said, where is that in the Bible? When they were trying to tell me, where your comments? Well, you got to use common sense. I said, well, where's that scripture at? Let me read that one. I ain't read that scripture. I'm just saying, you making excuses now why you a coward. Don't play with me.
Exactly.
You know how these crackers is, and you go sit up there and let them kill you on purpose. What a dummy. That's for anybody that took it. I'm sorry, y'all dummies. You gonna sit up there and stick your arm out. You already know how these people feel about you. You already know how they feel about you. And you gonna let them kill you on purpose? Who does that? What's wrong with us?
The fearful and the unbelieving.
Golly. 2/3. I 2/3, Maurice. 2/3, baby. 2/3 ain't gonna make it. Oh yeah, come on. Get it ready.
Shall be on every.
Oh, and nothing gonna recite the Bible. He was talking to himself, wasn't he?
Remember me? I like the way you die, boy.
Hey.
God damn son of a bitch.
Look at him. Now, this part right here. He's putting get them to look at it. I love that. Get him. Let him feel it. Take his clothes off and let him feel it. Look at them black folk. They didn't know what to do, did they? Get him. Just whoop him. Keep on. They didn't beat him enough. Good Lord. You should have gave the whip to somebody else. I love that. That's the best part right there. He finna whoop on her. What? Who knows? God knows what.
Well, I tell you what, I went to the movies to see it, and when that part was on, I was like, yes!
I know
yes!
They were looking at you like, woo, that's the best part of the movie right there. All right now. I'd have been in that, acting a fool in that show. Oh, man.
Definitely. But that's how we have to be. We have to show our people that, hey, we don't have to walk around afraid of them.
That's right.
They're not somebody that you should be afraid of. You're better than them in every way, shape, and form. And to our people that have been made into them, you better come out of that, or you will meet a
horrible end. Yeah.
Real soon.
He said 2/3 gonna die. I believe that. And they dying already, 2/3. And a lot of them dating white women and all this other stuff going on.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them dating them.
You know, I saw another video where a black boy was going out with this white girl, and she was driving, got pulled over. They went around, talked to him like he's the driver, you know, and he's like, I'm not even driving. So what are you talking to me for? You should be talking to her. Get her ID. You don't need mine. I'm not driving. And we're going to pull you out of this car. We're going to do this, do that, and the other thing. Pull him out the car. He outside. She inside. Record. He's like, come out and record. Come out and record. She's like, no, I can't. No, I can't. I'm going to record from the car. Like, what in the hell? She ain't even going to stop them. She ain't going to do nothing to get them angry at her. She going to record from the car. She going to do exactly.
Always stick together. Exactly. But that's the same thing that happened to the boy that was dating. Remember, they were driving, and he was driving, and it was with a white girl. They was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and the truck loaded them. 2 guys and a girl followed them and was harassing, you know, talking, you know, calling him slurs and stuff. And they asked the white girl, did she hear any of it? She said, I didn't hear any of it.
Yeah, because he shot.
Remember that? Because he shot and killed one. He shot at the car, and he killed one of the girls that was in there. But she said she didn't hear anything. I'm like, and these are who you want to date. Go ahead and date them. Went to jail. He went to jail because she said she didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
So he just made it all up. But hey.
Exactly. Brother Willie said that doesn't surprise me at all, because most Christians are big swine consumers, or it could have been the vaccine.
Well, you know, the Christians teach against the Bible anyway. They tell you can eat, pray over it and eat it. That's not what the Bible said. But they told you can pray over it and eat anything. Remember? I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got to look at what we're putting in our bodies, what we're calling food, because what you call food is not really food. It's not really food. Sister Cassie told us at the beginning of the program, in some countries, the food that they serve here as American food, you can't serve it in other countries. They won't allow it. But this your government supposedly be.
Your government is supposed to be taking care of you. All this salt and all this sugar in our food. You go over there in other countries, you got to get used to that. No salt and no sugar. And then you take you a week to get used to it. Then you come back, the food is too salty. So you don't even want the food that you're eating here because it's too salty and too sweet. You know, that's the sad part about it.
Exactly. You know, and we got to realize that real food is what we really need. And this country isn't giving it to you. You know, your canned foods is bad, it's contaminated.
That's right.
You know, the stuff you buying out the grocery store is bad, it's contaminated. You don't know whether you're eating real meat or meat in the lab or meat from a clone.
Just don't know. You don't know. And now they talking about they got these the rubber fruit where you eating fruit, looks like rubber. I'm like, well, how do you know what you're eating? What in the world? They trying to kill. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But we know this and we still don't do anything about it. We don't have our own farmers. We don't support our own farmers. We don't have our own communities where we can cover our farmers. And this is, you know, we know, what are we waiting for? Why aren't we moving? Why aren't we doing something different? And then for the ones that's woke, they still working their jobs. And, you know, we're not even trying to spend our $1.2 trillion among us. We still, you know, so spread it out. And this is done on purpose to spread Black folk out so far that you can't protect each other. You got a speckle here, you got a drop here, you got 5% here, you got that's on purpose. So you can't protect yourselves. It'll take you how many days for somebody to come to your rescue? While 10 of them is in one neighborhood jumping on you and you ain't got no help. That's on purpose, family.
Yeah.
That's on purpose.
Exactly. And you know, when you got Russia, Ukraine, all of this fighting and warring. Boy, oh boy. Look here, don't you get caught over in somebody else's war, fighting for somebody else when you don't even have your freedom right here today.
That's right.
Don't you do it. Don't be dumb enough. Don't be dumb enough, because you ain't patriotic. You ain't patriotic. Even if the white folks that call themselves patriotic, if they were patriotic, a lot of things wouldn't be the way that they are. But they are liars. They ain't patriotic. They ain't patriotic. All right. We are at our time. We are 36 minutes over our time. We're going to go ahead and move into our closing comments. Sister Cassie, your closing comments?
Oh, boy. I hope that we are really listening and taking heed to these lives. And we're not just doing them just to be doing them. We're doing them trying to open up your eyes. And if you've got any questions while we're doing the lives, put the questions in the chat, because we need for you to be clear, you know, on what the assignment is. We need to know the assignment. We need to know that we all we got. We can't depend on anybody. It's things that we need to be doing. And it's people that we need to be putting out of our circle. And you know the coons that you hang out with, and you trust in them, and they try to convince you that dating a white woman is good. Dating a white woman is okay. Dating a white woman is where it's at. And I've heard brothers do that. Go to different countries, and them different countries, them women killing you and getting your little $10. You ain't got much, but they show taking all of it. Okay, you come up dead because you trying to go over there, and they know that you got $10 more than they got. And you think, and I'm gonna tell you, them women ain't caring about you like you think, honey. They caring about themselves and their family and what they can get from you. But I want you to just think about what's your next move. We got year 2025 coming up. What are you going to do different? How are you going to be Black first? What projects are you going to be doing? What projects are you going to be putting together to create your own schools? Or what project? And I keep talking to you guys about this Black Project 2025. Maybe you can look that up and maybe you can participate. I plan on participating. I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm planning on working and getting there. I'm gonna get inside so I can understand what's it really all about. What is it? I love to understand it. Let's go and investigate it. Let's go and check it out, because that might be a place where we can get our own schools. Because Trump is talking about taking this and that away from your children, which is what he said. What are we going to do about it? We're not going to sit here and complain about him. Who cares about him? We have to build for our children's future. We have to take our children away from them and do what we need to do, or else we're not going to make it. We need each other. We ain't got nobody else. We are all we got, literally. And I don't know, people say that, but they don't take that literal. I take it literal. I take it literal. Let's start really doing what we put on this earth to do. You got what you need to do. I got what I need to do. Let's do it. Let's build. Let's come together. We are not doing these shows for you to just forget about it. Play it back and understand, what did we mean by what we showed today? What was the true meaning? We're dealing with coons. We got a lot of them we got so many. Ain't not all of the black. Can you imagine having a black caucus that don't work for you? We have a whole, I don't know how many members on the black caucus, but none of them has a black idea. None of them has an idea to where we're going to free black folk. You got an Asian caucus, you got a Spanish caucus, and they working. They'll tell you what their message is. But you read that black caucus and see what their message is. They are here to help immigrants. I remember one year when they was locking up immigrants, they were here to talk. They was at the border with them. Remember, they was locking up the babies, and they was at the border, and they was mad. Ooh, they was bad. Why are they you? That's not fair. What you doing to the immigrant? I'm looking at them like, what the hell are you talking about? What they doing to your black children? What they doing to your black children? And you at the border. What you got business? You know, boys business doing nothing for nobody else but your own. Take care of yourself. Take care of your children. And let's build for our children, our future. Do what we need. Get them out of their schools. Let's put things together now so we won't have to get ready. So it won't be your child one day. Let's not call 911. We understand what that's about too. They treat us totally different. So why are black people still calling 911? That's what I want to know. Leave them alone. We need our own 811. You ought to have something in your house to back folk up when they come up in there. And we're not just going out, bang them up, bang them. No, they're coming in our homes and they're putting us in danger. Then we have to protect our own, and we have to protect our families. Now, if you sitting up here still in 2024, you don't have a candy bar in your home, peanuts, shame on you. Shame. And I rest.
All right. Thank you, Sister Cassie. Brother Isaiah, your closing comments? Brother Isaiah, you going to say your closing comments?
Yeah, I'm going to make it brief because my internet ain't acting up. So fuck all white folks.
He's sleepy. That's what it is. Look at his eyes over there. He's sleepy.
That's my closing comment. Fuck all white folks. I'll throw it back at.
All right. Thank you, Brother Isaiah. I'm going to give my closing comments to Brother Ozell Gary. So let's take a look at Brother Ozell Gary.
Say and spell your first and last name, please.
What you want me to start off?
Say and spell your first and last name, please.
What?
Say and spell your first and last name.
Okay. They call me Can Man.
Okay.
All right.
What's your real name?
Ozell Gary.
Okay. Will you spell your first real name?
Huh?
Spell your first last name.
You can't read? My name Ozell Gary.
I need to know how to spell it.
Well, I just letting you know. I'm down here from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
I born and raised here.
Okay.
I lived here 33 years. I thought things might would change, but I see it ain't changing no more.
Can I get you to spell your name for me, please?
O-Z-E-double-A, I just told you.
Okay, will you spell your last name?
J-R-Y. Okay.
So were you here yesterday when the storm came?
Well, no, I wasn't here.
Okay.
I wasn't here.
Okay.
So I was right around town, and they told me, say, you better go on Gallup Street. That you stay with you visit your niece. I said, yeah. So you better go down there and say the storm must have hit something. I didn't know this house. I came down here, I saw all the limbs and things around. I saw a hole in the one. I said, what's going on here? So they said, your niece is in the hospital. I thought it was in Jackson, in university. Some guy told me, said, the university, he was drinking. I started to go to university. And some told me, you better stop at Harder Wilson. I went up there, they was up there. All right. So after I saw him in the hospital, I said, how y'all doing? They doing pretty good and everything. And I said, well, and I did not talk to the while and I come on back down here. But anyway, I'm gonna get to the big portion. All right. Okay. And I went by Stark. You want to talk Stark? Okay, so a friend of mine saw all them guys would do work on lights. They was eating happy. Still doing work on the lights. They eating. Black neighborhood, no light. I got my truck. All the white neighborhood were lit up. They didn't give a damn about the black folk. They when black man said, why you all down there? They take care of the black population. Say they white got lights, so why come y'all in the black neighborhood? When the white man read, they said, we don't give a damn about no neighborhood. That's what they said. They didn't say white or black. He had said no neighborhood. And just showing you he don't give a damn about black folk. He just show it off. A lot of people looking. See what I'm talking about? This is Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm talking about? There it is now. 35 years I thought it was gonna change. Ain't changed. The same damn thing. Same thing. And I said, I'm about ready to get the hell out of here. The same thing. Way back in 30s and 40s. The same ain't no different. The same damn thing. Ain't no different. They arrested. They purchase, they every damn thing. You see what I'm talking about? They look at your face, smile. They don't mean no damn good. They ain't no damn good. I tell you the face. They ain't no damn good. They look out for the white people, but they don't look out for the black. Look at Bummer. They hate Bummer because he's black. They don't work with Bummer. They work against him. You see what I'm talking about? They ain't no damn good. I hope Bummer just forget about it.
Well, let's talk more about.
Well, she don't want to talk about that.
You guys are without power.
But that's God's word. But I would just say that's God's word. God just showing them that He the boss. They think they own the word. They don't own themselves. God own them. God can pop their finger. They be dead. But God give them a change. Thought they might change. But they ain't going to change. They not going to change. They damn it, but death.
About the storm.
Yeah. Okay. But I just told that's God's word.
I understand that, but that's what we're doing the story on.
Well, yeah, but I was just saying.
No, I know.
They ain't going to never change. They ain't not going to change them. Let's go.
Do you have anything else that we left out about the storm?
I know food. We ain't got
See, these my nieces. I got to say what to say. I say they both just bought food, all that big stuff. They gonna go down the dream. See what I'm talking? If they gonna pay for the food, hell no. They black. They might pay for the white food, but they ain't gonna pay for the black food. They don't give a damn.
Well, we appreciate you talking with us.
I done said all I got to say.
No, I know.
A lot of people like to hold back, but I don't hold back nothing. I tell it just like it is.
You asked the wrong person, didn't
you? I ain't gonna stay here.
Go ahead, Uncle Ruckus.
I wouldn't want to stay here.
Hell no.
So y'all put him on the news too.
I don't hold back nothing. My mama didn't let me say what I had to say. Don't hold back nothing.
You want me to do one for you?
Yes, ma'am.
And if it's okay, you guys are just hang out and get.
That was Brother Ozell Garrett.
Ozell, can't you read? Ozell, she had to get him to spell that, didn't she?
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I went to go find our brother, but our brother passed away. He died September 26th of this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so may the God and may the ancestors be pleased with our brother.
Ozell, man.
And so I wrote in the guest book, Brother Ozell, he was a reminder to us from God. Nothing has changed. Our people don't know white people like our brother. We come to think that they are just like us, but they are not like us. They are the same low down, no good, dirty bastards from 6,000 years ago. The children are just like their fathers. Thank you, Brother Ozell, for reminding us. Love you, brother. We are Black first, today, tomorrow, and forever. Truth has come to you.
I love it.
Definitely, definitely.
Awesome.
All right, fam. We thank you all for joining with us and staying with us, especially we done went in overtime by 48 minutes. We thank y'all for hanging with us. And so, as we always say, you kill the nigga in you, I'm going to kill
you. Kill a nigga in you, and I'll kill a nigga in me. And our God will reign supreme. We are Black first, today, tomorrow, and forever. love your family, and for 24/7, 365, don't you ever forget to stay black.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings. Shalom.
Peace, man.
You better get the message and get it straight. You're going to need some bridge work. It's simple as that. Because we're living in judgment. We're living in implementation.